Recording. That's going. All those levels look good. Some of you speak. Say something.
Hello.
There you are.
Hello.
Perfect. Love it. Just want to confirm that that is all working. Welcome back, my friends, to Tomb of Annihilation. It has been a week since last we delved into the tomb. What happened last time? Our party of adventurers, where last we left our heroes, had delved into a brand new tomb, that of Unik, the neutral trickster god of a flail snail. You made your way into the chamber, narrowly escaping a very lethal acid pit trap that almost took the life of one Sir Whifflespark. But you managed to make your way around it, only losing the temporary life of the construct Fenrir, who can of course just be rebuilt. You then entered into this chamber that had these markings all across the wall, these carved reliefs of minotaurs in very states of battle, dressed in Omnuan wear, and you would learn later from your companions, of which I will remind you, you have Biff, the last remaining member of the Company of the Yellow Banner. You have Lucanu, the Queen's Guard, the captain of the Queen's Guard, her Minotaur companion Zal, and the mostly mad Omnuan merchant Atan. Who Lucanu is looking after. But Lucanu would tell you all that the illustrations on the wall would most likely be the honor guard of Queen Nipaka herself. Inside of the chamber, outside of just the multicolored sarcophagi with no other kind of features on it, that's just sort of sparked more questions than answers, there was also a large sort of stone seal on the back wall that formed an ever-shifting, ever-moving, hyper-realistic maze at the back of the room. Whifflespark decided to touch the maze, the first one approaching it in his investigation, to see if one of the torches were real, and was immediately sucked into its realm. The rest of you were host to a shifting of doors as the walls themselves removed away to expose behind them chambers filled with skeletons, and they formed each into a minotaur. You ended up having to fight many of these terrible foes as the guardians of this tomb took to attack you. While within the maze, Whifflespark met an unlikely guardian, an Omnuan woman of a gentle demeanor, carrying with her a lantern going by the name of Iku. She helped you along the path, Whifflespark, but you seemed to guide her more than her guiding you, though her lantern was definitely needed. You think it probably would have been a disadvantaged situation going through that fog without her aid as it cut through the smoke. And you found a golden key, Whifflespark, and upon grabbing the key, you said goodbye to Iku and were zapped out of that situation, thrust right into a new dangerous situation as your party was in the midst of dealing with the new attackers. Through a battle that was mostly one-sided. All of you were able to expertly cut down each of your foes and lay them smout before you. And Whifflespark used the key. Upon approaching the sarcophagus, it revealed a key slot, and the sarcophagi of Unik was exposed to you, filled with salt. Whifflespark also realized that he was able to detect, for whatever reason, after opening the sarcophagus, that there was gold, there was valuables in here. He could sense the gold, some sort of new aspect that has come to him in this experience. And you dug through the salt, found that gold on those sort of bracelets that were made from both gold filigrees and gold coins, but also the shell of a flail snail. And also within, you found a vibrant red robe of many shifting colors. Victor, you went to grab this object and were then imbued with the soul of a trickster god. One of the only remaining party members not to have one within him. You accepted a new host into your body, and Unik the Undecided is your new traveling companion. And as you have donned the robe, accepted your new visitor, and that is where we are going to pick up where we left last. I will move us over to the map where you all were, and you still stand amongst the bones of the scattered foes that you've defeated. The acid pool still exposed, as it was recently used to burn many of these bones, some of them still bubbling in the soup you've created at this point. And everything is just as it was moments ago. What would you like to do?
Well, did we get experience at the end of the last session?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Because I believe we knew that some of you are going to level up on the next rest.
Yep.
Yeah, we did, because I know that I didn't level.
Womp womp.
Oh, rip.
Why are there 2 experience things there? I just realized.
2 experience things?
On the
One was for the actual kill, and then the other one was for solving the...
Solving
I only
anything.
added one of those. Quick, please fix that. So I'm leveling up next time too.
Okie dokie.
The hell, boys?
All right, let's just everybody but Josh level up, yeah?
Give me the yeet, boys. Heave
Okay.
my soul.
Well, Sparky, okay in that maze?
Oh yeah, there was the EQ person trying to help me. It was all good.
That's strange.
Iku, what are you talking about? Iku?
Yeah, some lady with a lantern.
What? And she's in there.
That's what I said.
No, she's not in there. She's dead.
No, she's in that maze.
Well,
What'd she-
clearly it's not our Eek.
Well, what'd she say?
How lots of people get lost in the maze, mostly.
That's fair.
It's not that
Yeah.
one. Points with my thumb over my shoulder at war.
Does seem to like mazes.
All right. What else did she say? Did you talk to her? It doesn't make any sense.
I was only in there for like 30 seconds.
Well, go back in, talk to her.
30 seconds is awfully generous. I think it was like 12.
And
Go back in. Go back in there.
Who is this you're speaking of?
Iku, she's a friend.
Merlin,
It's a
why
lantern.
are you telling him to go back in there? Why don't you go in there?
I look at her like she's stupid, and I go, Alexandria, we both know I'm not gonna make it out of there.
Why?
You want me to spell it out for you?
I would prefer it.
I couldn't solve that maze.
Well, it does not become you to have so little faith in yourself.
You just never let me win, do you? Ever. Alright, fine.
Would I be a good friend if I just let you deprecate yourself?
Iku!
Take out that mace. Find Iku. Find out that she's a fake. Then we can all move on.
How do you know she's a fake?
Well, there's really 2 realities here. Either it's a fake, an illusion of this tomb, which very likely, I might add, or it's another person with the same name. I imagine Iku is probably a fairly common name throughout all of Omnuin and Chultan history.
What did she look like?
Wiffle Spark.
Oh, I describe her,
That looks exactly like Iku,
but with a lantern.
but with a lantern.
You will see what you wish to see out of this.
Well, what do you think?
I think this place has the spirits of a lot of dead people.
It's true.
It does. It would make little sense for it to be Iku, since she didn't die in this tomb.
Yeah, but all the souls, that died.
Are consumed.
It was
They
one
come
of the Benray of Ubtao.
Yeah, that's right.
Might work a little different.
You're not wrong.
We're just gonna be looking through the bone piles and minotaurs for any kind of trinket or insignia that might have made it through all of this.
Oh, something that might have been on the bones. Yeah, make an investigation check for me.
I am assisting you.
This is
Yeah.
where we find out that the
Yourself.
one carrying all the loot was one of the ones I kicked into the acid.
All the loot evaporated.
12. It's mostly bones. You can find, I think, a few teeth that seem to be in good condition. You think that any kind of trinkets or wear that they might have had on was either removed when placed into their tombs or has worn away over time if it was cloth. Mostly bones.
Looks like nothing but dust.
Same here.
Anything else? Looks like it was lost to the ages.
Oh, hey, hold up.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
See what?
What?
I think something might have gotten messed up with the map.
Oh, yeah.
How so?
Bottom right. Bottom right.
No.
I
You look down that passage and you see that it is not a single cavity. It seems to be a pathway that goes further in.
I weasel my way to the front and check for traps.
Yes. Good idea.
Go for it.
You're getting it. You're getting it. Oh, no, nice.
And then I continue into the thing if you say that I don't see traps.
You don't see
That
any
is my
traps.
general rule with checking for traps.
This passageway is clogged with webbing. Nothing's been back here.
Okay. Then I continue.
Okay. Yeah, you can
Be
see
useful to,
the path
button it away.
does turn to the north.
Or are you going to get stuck in it?
Oh, the web.
Yeah.
I pull out a
You know,
man.
I
I
could
have
just.
nothing good for webbing.
Can I just toss a firebolt down the hallway?
Yeah.
I duck out of the way.
It burns. Yeah, it totally burns away. It totally, yeah,
Okay.
it totally burns it away.
Then I will turn
clears
the corner and
passage.
check for traps.
Yeah, you
Just
turn the
research.
corner and check for traps. The first thing that you see, Wiffle Spark, and hear once you turn this corner, you see a magnificent grandfather clock. It sits at the back of a small chamber, about 15 by 15 feet in size. There's no tripwires or false floors or ceiling bobs or whatever it might be to bring you pain. There is no trap before you, not that can be seen with the naked eye.
Okay.
What do you see
Then
down there?
I tell them I see a clock, and I go start looking at the clock.
You hear it. This room contains a wooden cabinet with a numbered dial at its top set and 2 ornate metal spokes. The clock I just described. Beneath the dial, a pendulum swings inside an open compartment. An egg-shaped stone adorns the pendulum's tip. And you can just sort of hear the sound. It is 32 minutes past the hour.
Okay.
Interesting. Clock.
I look behind the clock.
It is a wall.
Okay. That's just too common of a trope. You have to look behind.
Especially in Tomb for some reason.
Then I. Is there a door or anything on it?
It just looks to be sort of open as I've described. Yeah, beneath the dial, a pendulum swings inside of an open compartment.
Okay. Then I look in the compartment.
Yeah, you look in, just sort of staying in the space that you are. Or are you going to try to enter into the compartment and look around? You are small.
Yeah, I'll look. Actually, again, look.
Yeah,
Because I want to see if there's anything stuck behind the pendulum or anything like that.
that makes sense. Yeah, you go to look into the to get into the pendulum's chamber, and you're immediately met with a solid wall. You can't get past it. There's nothing there, but you feel cold surface stopping you.
Well, I guess I heavily touch the surface.
These are usually just trap rooms off to the side.
Not always.
Most
Um,
often.
We
there's
found your thing in a trap room. What's his name?
That's true.
You said you're just feeling the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely cold to the touch. It makes a very metallic sound as you're sort of hitting it, though it's a little odd because it's an invisible space. You can't see what it is that is stopping you from going any further, but you do feel a keyhole at its flank, at its side, like how it would be in a door.
Is this the same keyhole that we used on the coffin, perhaps?
Is that key stuck in the coffin?
You don't know. It stayed in the coffin, and you
Okay.
opened it up.
I will go back and grab my gold key out of the coffin.
Player-wise, when you went into the maze, didn't Iku say, "What key are you looking for?"
Did she?
There are 2 other things that we need keys for now. The clock and the chest at the front.
Oh, you're right.
Roland,
What?
care to go into the maze and ask if there are other keys?
You just want me to die, don't you?
Well, obviously, if we are going to see if it is actually Iku, perhaps someone very familiar with how our Iku looked would be the one to go in. Or would
Pretty-
also work.
You were pretty affectionate to her too. You could go in.
Yes, but I'm convinced that it isn't our Iku.
So
Probably
how
get
would I
trapped
go
in that
in?
thing.
You don't believe anything I say. So if I came back out here and said it really is Iku, you'd still tell me you wouldn't believe me.
You know, that is actually a fair point, Roland. But you would feel better.
Oh my.
And is that not one of the motivations for everything you do?
Okay. All right.
And I cast Fairy Fire on the clock face.
Yeah, yeah, it does illuminate a surface before you, and I would say it's a little tough to see, but it could illuminate the location of the one detail on its surface being the keyhole.
Could always.
Spend that spell slot. You're good.
Are you?
I did.
Could you lockpick it
Maybe
now that you
I-
can see it?
I could try.
Yeah. Do you have thieves' tools?
Yes, I do. I'm
He's
even
got all the
proficient in them.
tools.
That is
I
possible.
have tools.
He's got every tool you could ever want.
So is the solid wall like all the way across the room in front of the clock?
No,
Is that what's
just
happening?
so
Or
you're looking
just
like you're looking at like a grandfather clock, and if any of you have
Yep.
seen a tall grandfather clock, the pendulum usually has like a glass door situation. But for this clock, it just seems to be an open cavity. But when Whifflespark went to go feel it, there is a surface that is invisible.
And it makes a metallic sound, and it feels cold to the touch.
Yes.
So it's almost like it's a invisible metal door of some kind.
And I don't have all the tools. I just have thieves' tools, tinkerer's tools, alchemist tools, calligraphy tools, and smith's tools.
A lot of,
Okay,
that's
so
a lot,
the-
of, a lot of tools.
So all of them, yeah,
a lot of them.
the important ones, obviously.
And I can make any other ones given a few minutes. But I literally have a thing to make other tools given a few minutes.
Nice.
Um,
Now, Professor, let's focus on the one keyhole.
I
we're
guess I
working on
was
here.
gonna try and pick the lock.
Yeah.
No, right?
Go ahead and give me a check. While that is happening, Victor, and you, do you see the clock, Victor?
I do not.
I cast guidance
Okay.
on myself.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Okay, yeah. Cantrip guidance. You can do that on yourself, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Since you've illuminated the surface, make the check with advantage.
Okay. Second attempt.
Oh,
There we go.
way better.
26.
Those near the room would hear the off-time click as it was going, and like you would hear just sort of that off-time click of Whifflespark pulling those tumblers on that complicated lock, and you see sort of the illuminated surface, and you are able to pull it to the side. Whifflespark exposing the chamber before you.
Okay, now I look in the pendulum chamber.
You look in the pendulum chamber. It is utterly mundane in its nature inside. Outside of it is still a beautifully handcrafted, metalworked clock. It is gorgeous, even in here, but there aren't any details that don't look to be decorations of its surface. The only object inside of here seems to be that egg-shaped stone pendulum. And you look to the back of it, still egg-shaped, still a pendulum.
Okay. I am going to just investigate the thing, but the actual clockwork, just for tinkerer's curiosity.
Yeah, just the clock. Oh, the clockwork itself.
Yeah.
This is a beautifully crafted piece of work. This is a master's. I don't. Any clockmaker could easily live the rest of their life happy knowing they made this clock. This would be the crown jewel. It is gorgeous in the way that it works, in the way that it looks. It is a perfect blend of function and form.
I'd start estimating how heavy this clock looks.
Ooh, it's pretty heavy. You think probably I would look up like an average grandfather clock and double that.
Does
Okay.
it fit in the bag of holding?
It's hefty. It's got a lot of metalwork pieces to it. You can tell that on the face it doesn't just measure the time of day, it measures multiple times. It's got those extra circles inside. This is just gorgeous.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, the calendar of Heptos is illustrated on there very clearly.
Anything good?
Well, it's a really nice clock.
Most things are deceptively good down here.
It is 40 minutes past the hour.
That's ominous.
Keep announcing the time.
Brolin and War are back in the back. What are you guys doing?
Hey,
I
do you,
hate clocks. No.
Why?
He's like the alligator from Captain Hook. Every time it goes, yeah.
Like he punches the wall. He punches the air. Like it just makes me angry, Brolin. I go. So, you think that's really Eco in that maze?
If it is, it's not the one we knew. I doubt her spirit would have returned here.
Precisely.
You're not over here. You can't talk.
It's just down the hall.
Did you say you were whispering?
No, I'm not yelling.
I mean, that's fair. Alright. I said nothing.
So, are you sure? I mean, it helped Whifflespark. She helped Whifflespark.
Sounds like her, but this place, I don't trust it.
I know, but I couldn't deal with the thought of leaving her here if it is.
You were better than I did.
It's true, but I'm gonna get lost in there. I can't. I'm terrible at mazes. And I have the most practice out of anybody.
I've only followed mazes for about as long as you've known me.
You're
A little
better at it
less.
than I pat him in the gut. You're better at it than me. Yeah. I mean, is there any point going back in there? Is there more keys?
Could be, I don't know. I don't know if we care to get them.
I think this thing might be too heavy to put in the bag.
Maybe. Alexandria and Victor, what are you guys up to as Whifflespark goes into this this room to infiltrate for y'all as you watch from a safe distance?
I'm just leaning up against the wall watching him work.
I still hear the ticking, right?
Yes. You do. Whifflespark is skilled in what he's doing. He's sizing up the clock right now. There's a lot of like measuring happening.
He's quite interesting, isn't he?
Yeah. Just a scholar who's far too brave for his profession.
Where did you meet him?
You
met him
Victor.
first.
This
Me?
Victor's the
Oh,
one.
right.
Victor's the one who saved Whifflespark. Well, saved him, but like made sure to like
Saved.
grab Whifflespark.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he was picked up in the he was picked up by the Red Wizards. They found him tinkering around Omu and had not decided what to do with him yet and decided to cage him.
Oh, well, he is quite interesting. I know a lot about him.
Well, he's certainly very talented. I'm happy that he's here.
He also has very good hearing.
You're welcome.
There it is.
Victor, if at any point you look at the clock, Unik has something to say to you.
Oh, sure. I'd absolutely like just give it an eyeball around the corner.
Yeah, Unik is struck by the technological wonder of the clock. Wants to stay and marvel at its beauty. It's just so nice.
It is rather grand, I suppose.
I could just watch it forever.
Okay, we're gonna need a cart after this is done.
Could watch it forever.
It's so beautiful.
I'm gonna turn my eyes away from the clock.
Oh. It is 50 minutes past the hour.
We need to be very careful down here. You understand, right?
I guess. Yeah, Whifflespark, what are you doing?
I haven't spent like 20 minutes examining the clock, deciding it's too heavy to put in a bag of holding, and I'm walking out saying we need to get a cart once we're done with this.
Could you not simply just put the bag of holding over it and shimmy it down like a sock?
Yeah, I think it weighs too much.
To fit into a bag of holding.
Yeah, those things have weight limits.
Wait. Over here.
I mean, I suppose. Do you really think it would weigh more than the pile of goods we already have stored in one of them? Don't we have like 50 books in one of them alone? And then there's a whole elf in the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll take your word on it.
The books are too important, and the elf weighs a lot, along with that golden sarcophagus.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Before Victor completely leaves, he would ask Unik if he's ever seen the clock before.
No. I don't think so.
So you don't know if this was here before or not.
I mean, I don't know really where we are.
Do you know how long you've been down here?
I can't remember.
Right.
Oh, and also, well, I was going to think of the clock, the thing. Did I notice anything with new thing?
Just examining the clock? No, other than its gorgeous sort of beauty and the way that it's built. Yeah. As you guys make your way down here, Victor, do you linger? How long do you linger here as you speak to...
Just for a minute, can I... I'm not going to step into the room,
Sure.
but can, are you all willing to wait here for about 10 minutes or so?
Waiting for it to strike
Ending.
the hour.
Well, a happy coincidence, but I'd like to see if this thing is magical in any way.
Yeah, what do you do, Victor?
Move 5 feet right here.
Okay.
And I'd like to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It takes you 10 minutes to do so, at which point the clock strikes the hour.
Right as he finishes drawing the circle.
Yes. So we hear the sound echo forth. To anybody outside of this chamber, you definitely hear something muffled. Let me just check something really quick.
Is this a bad idea?
You hear
Probably a bad
something
idea.
muffled. It doesn't make a lot of noise that is discernible for anyone outside the chamber. But Victor, you're right here. You hear the clock strike just as your spell finishes. It is indeed magical. Victor, if there was ever a song from your childhood, something you would remember from your days as a youth, the clock chimes that tune.
What school of magic am I detecting?
You are detecting... Let me confirm. Transmutation.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Victor, as your spell finishes, you look at your hands and you see sunspots, wrinkles.
Of course.
Your hands are weathered. Not to the point of old age, but they're older. You look to your hair and you see that it has begun to gray. You feel your face, your eyes, there's a sag to it.
Can I step out of sight of the clock?
Yes.
I do so. 5 feet. Anything?
Nothing changes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I physically feel worse?
You feel okay. Make a insight check.
On myself. Wonderful.
Yeah.
18.
There's a little more weight to your steps. Your muscles feel like they just take a little bit more to do what they would normally do. There's a little bit of an ache to your back. A slowness to the joints.
How many years did I just lose? Is everyone still out there?
How would you know?
What's wrong?
Okay in there?
Do I notice this change?
War, you have your light down there?
Mm-hmm.
Victor looks like an older man. Where you once saw somebody who was probably in their early 30s, this is somebody a little more weathered. There's some gray. Looks like he's probably gained 10 years.
Sure.
Yes.
You all right?
Yeah, I've noticed. That's what I get for being curious.
Can greater restoration cure this?
Probably a wish.
Hard aging is probably not in status effect.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
True.
You know what?
The spell slot. Oh well.
Let us wait until tonight. Just
Perhaps you could force the clock to go the other way.
possibly. I don't know if I want to get in front of it for any longer, but
10 years isn't that much, really.
well,
Yeah, like I said, it's just a little bit of an ache, a little bit of some
Oh, no, that was a
grain.
purely Professor with
Oh, okay, yeah.
He is 214.
For everyone else, it is a little more than that.
right, well, when you have as short of lifespan as me, gray hair is a little bit more of a milestone. Well, I suppose we'll see if I age any further over the course of this day. No point in using a spell if I'm going to die anyway.
Oh, that's dark.
Stating
War,
the
can you help me
facts.
get over this acid pit, please?
Yeah, where you can climb people over.
Yep.
And I start working on this
flat-footed.
box.
Yeah, you want to work on that box, Wiffle Spark? Make a, let me check really quick to confirm. So I know numbers. Ba-ba-bum.
I guidance myself again.
Okay. Absolutely. Yes. You can make a Thieves' Tools check, absolutely.
Okay.
20.
22.
Wow. Okay, 22. It clicks open. This is like a bit of a rusted up lock. Not much of a challenge for you.
I step to the side so I'm not directly in front of it,
Yes.
and sort of like kick it open with my foot.
Okay. It opens from the other side. How are you kicking it open with your foot?
Oh, it opens from the other side.
It opens from the side you're facing right now. Yeah. I didn't know if you can go to the other side and like pull it
like,
open.
I'm just like leaning against the wall and trying to push it open with my
Okay.
foot. It's more a
Yes.
symbolic thing than a actual. If I get hit by things, I'm gonna get hit by things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That makes sense. So you open it, and the minute that happens, a sound echoes into the room from behind you. As the sound of stone on stone slams at your back. And then you immediately hear as a massive stone ball is spinning down here to crush you. Make a dexterity acrobatics check for me to leap over the ball, or you can take the damage, or you can run into the acid pit. What would you like to do?
Literally Indiana Jones.
I am going to go with the trying to not get crushed approach.
Going to attempt to jump over, take a corner.
Oh, that was bad.
6 acrobatics will.
That's too late.
No.
If it's too late, it's too late. It smashes into you, so you cannot move out of the ball's way. You are struck and knocked prone. Lucky for you, though, it doesn't seem to say anything about it pushing you any further. So it is going to splash into the acid, and you are going to suffer 26 points of damage as the stone slams into you, and you are knocked in the head with the stone. It filled the whole
wrong one. This is the right one. There we go. It's changed my max HP instead of my actual HP.
Oh, you're good.
Is there anything in the box at least?
It's empty.
So what you're telling me
the box
is,
got destroyed also.
So what you're telling me is people would run into the room to flee the boulder and then fall into a pit of acid, and if they somehow survived that, the boulder would then fall on them.
The boulder.
That is the design of this horrible
What a shit tomb. Alright, so I just have to ask, step out of character for a moment. How hard were you sweating when we were all in that tunnel looking at the box?
I wasn't until I rolled up on the acid pit damage, and I really didn't read it until then, and that's when I was sweating. I was like, oh, that's a lot.
The whole fucking party tumbles into a pit of acid and gets crushed by a boulder.
I opened the box.
Yeah, it's in pieces.
Full of boulder.
It's in pieces
Okay
all over.
there.
Professor?
It was full of boulder. Anyways.
How are you holding up?
I'll be okay. The shield took most of it.
Look, you scared me so bad I aged 10 years.
Do you want me to heal you? Do you want me to? Do you want to bury?
I think we're
Gray
good
hair
right
because
now.
of you.
Okay, where else do we need to explore on this floor still?
As you make your way up, yeah. Getting hit with boulders happens every day.
This was the last spot we know of on this.
Did we find how many artifacts have we found?
We are missing one tomb.
And we have
Gambe.
3 keys, correct?
I think we have 4. I think we have one for every floor.
4.
Yep.
Do we have anything that we know of that takes however many of these there are?
No, but I guess it's on the 5th floor.
I assume
Down or up?
Down.
that T-Rex room has a thing in it. We just didn't find it.
A tomb in it?
Yeah, there is one in there.
And the
We went in
pocket
there.
was off the side.
Yeah, but I assume it has one of the other tombs in it. Because
Did
that would be
we-
the only... Unless there's one in the hidden chamber. Or there's some other hidden room. Somewhere.
Did we ever complete Napaka's tomb? I don't think we did. I think we just got gassed
did.
out and left. Or did
No,
we?
we got hit by two things one after we opened that up, and we found, I think, the real rod there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That sounds familiar.
I think that's about it.
I don't trust the snakes. I'd rather go around.
Because I think, because Valfine just mage handed it into the bag of holding. No one touched it, right? Was that how that went? Or
No, Whifflespark had both of them.
Okay.
There was one real one fake one, and the
Mhm.
real one was is a control rod to a construct. I
Yeah.
believe.
yeah,
Well-
because the fake rod did like psychic damage, right? If you touched it or something weird.
No.
It was attached
It
to
was
the
when
throne
you
in there.
attached the when you took the other rod, it caused damage.
Yeah.
Right,
The
okay.
fake rod was mostly fine, I think. There's something on the tomb on the throne that caused damage, though. I thought.
Right.
Gotcha,
It was
okay,
a Minotaur
okay.
head, I think.
We that reminds me before we forget. Are we doing anything with that crown?
I believe we were going to let it lie forgotten.
We're going to leave it there.
Or toss it into that maw that was present.
Yeah, good idea.
I wonder. It's to live somewhere beyond that. I don't know.
Beyond the crown?
That room, maybe.
We didn't see any other openings.
True.
The only way out was to oblivion.
Let me see the floor 4. Okay, we've got death to fire, dine or drown, precious air and falling sand. I don't recognize that one at all.
Sand?
Yep.
We've got the army sleeps in silence, the mirror holds 12, the interceptor's twin, which we did
Yep.
that one.
Done the last 3.
Yeah. What was the army one?
We haven't. I don't think we've found anything for
Alright.
that or the.
So we have
Are you
Does the
sure this
army of-
was not the army?
This
Army
feels
of
like an
skeleton
army.
minotaurs?
But this was the maze holds the key. We haven't had these have multiple in a room before. I don't feel like.
You know, that's fair. I forgot about the maze holds the key line.
So we're
Hmm.
missing 2 on this floor. I just don't know where they are.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose going backwards would be the key there. Or would
Yeah.
you be so kind?
Unless the clock was a door to another spot,
Oh.
or the sphere of annihilation could be another
Ed.
door.
I'm go look out of the balcony and make sure there's no gargoyles.
No, no gargoyles. They are
Good,
not
slept
there.
in.
Perhaps we should go through the door that we think leads somewhere it doesn't?
What do you mean?
The snake
Well-
one?
Oh, the snake door.
Yes.
I think that one is still the.
I
We can
will
go look at it. But
ferry people across.
that
but-
is in the
Okay, thank
right
you.
Oh,
spot.
okay. Yeah, very good.
Yes, I do understand that, but we are looking for 2 rooms that we don't know where, and we haven't opened a door. That seems like the quickest way to find one of those rooms.
Okay, I guess I will investigate the snakes.
Sure. Make a What are you looking for? Just trying to find any like discernible details, something that you didn't see before.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking to see how they're gonna kill me when I try and open this door.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, luckily they do seem to be made of stone for now. They're not going to kill you yet, it would seem. And I'll describe it to you again. It is. Oh, what's up, Roland?
I was like, how do I cross the acid?
I believe
Yeah.
War was
War
helping
helps?
people
Yeah,
over.
I
Yeah.
was saying I
Okay.
figured-
Is it safe to assume you help me as well?
Yeah.
Everybody's over. It's all good. What appears to be a large stone door looms at the end of the hallway, but it bears no handles or hinges. Jutting from the wall on either side of the door are two matching bronze sculptures, each the head and neck of a serpent with fangs bare. On the lintel above the door is inscribed the following message in common: warm like flame, cold for the cold for the cruel, still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul. And this is once again that. Looking it up and down, it is pretty much as I've described. Though with a 21, you can definitely tell that inside of the serpent's mouths are tiny little holes like that go into the stone. Like it has a thread.
How high up off the ground are these?
I would say that they are at the I would say they're at like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Somebody
I-
holding you up.
Walk under them.
Yeah, you do.
And cringe a little? Well, nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
See
Okay, so not that sort of trigger.
could be we have to throw elements into the snakes, but I don't know what gruel would be as an element.
I think perhaps these might apply to what is beyond the door.
Close examination I've just seen here also reveals that there's dried blood in each statue's mouth.
That was the other thought I had. Throw your hand in there and give it some blood.
Yeah, does seem to make sense. Warm like flame. Cold for the cruel's a little hard for me to grasp personally. Still for the dead, and gruel for the ghoul. Ghouls eat corpses.
All of that points to blood.
I reach down to one of my bludgeon wounds
Okay.
to get some blood. and
All right.
smear it on the snake mouth.
Yeah, you smear it on the snake mouth, and a drop of blood pours. You try to manage to get it to go down the sort of slide into the stone. As it does, for all of you, it's quite dull. But Whifflespark, right here, you hear a horrible screaming sound inside of the walls. A just vast chorus of wails of pain. That goes on for a few 10, 12 seconds, and then it dies down on the walls on either side of you.
Well, it did not like that.
Or actually, only on the walls where you put blood in.
Perhaps two people need to be doing this offering.
Well,
You're welcome to step up there.
is this what we'd want to do?
There's a lot of screaming.
We could go up around the back way and then go out the doors that we don't know are these doors.
That's true. That seems safer.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, you can.
Then let's proceed.
All right, stay where you are, and I'll just say you make your way around that way, and easily can take the passages that you had before to lead you back into that room. I'll say this door is
Looking
open
for a
behind you.
T-Rex.
Oh, we gotta fight the T-Rex again, don't we?
Are the painters in here again?
The room is empty. The painting is in its state as where last you left it.
We stopped the painters.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that they're on a new set. I am going to investigate this whole alcove.
Go for it.
Also, is there still a giant hole in the floor?
No, it's been paved over.
It's been paved over.
There are secret doors on either side of you.
Oh. Hey, war.
Before we do anything here, do we remember the triggers for Paka's tomb?
No.
One was
Which one was that?
touching the throne. It's the one on the top left of this room. One was touching the throne, I think, and the other one was maybe opening it.
I think one was when I pulled the scepter out, for sure.
Okay. So I don't think we could get hit by those again. Because if I remember right, that was real bad.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. It was.
There was something with the scepter, and then there was something where someone touched the Minotaur head on the throne, I think.
Right. I am going to say to Lucanu and Zal, you two should come with me while we're here.
Yeah, looking around, yeah, Lucano. Where are we? What is this place?
We've been here once before. There are 2 traps for this chamber.
Yeah, you see that the sun in the center of the room that you destroyed after it harmed you has been removed. It's not there. The sarcophagus lid has returned, but yeah, Lucanu and Zal will enter this chamber, and
I remember the other thing. Don't take anything off the top of the tomb.
Yeah, don't touch anything here.
They enter in and see the words, I believe, scrawled on it to their Empress Napaka, their queen. And they kneel. Weeping can definitely be heard from the room, coming from Lucanu. Zal, a big sort of hand over. They speak in Omnuan, and Lucanu can be heard, at least from here, of her cries of just this moment of vulnerability that you haven't seen in Lucanu. And she seems to just be weeping. It's just, I have committed the greatest crime that I ever could. I have failed my queen. Vengeance, Zal. We must have vengeance for this. She does not belong here. And, she would turn. We would take her from this place. Towards you, War.
We shouldn't do it now. Once the Lich is dealt with.
Make a persuasion check.
When we came in here before, the trap placed on that nearly killed us.
Yeah, make a persuasion check with disadvantage. Actually. Okay. She has her hand on the lid like she's going to act, but she steadies it. My apologies, my queen. You will only be here a short while longer. Frustrated, she will she will decline anything, any rash action. Good roll. What else are we doing here?
Well, we have the I found 2 secret doors, apparently.
Yes. You have
There seems to
found.
be screaming on the other side of one of them.
You have found
temporarily.
you have found the sort of seam, but have yet to find a handle or trigger or anything to open it. It's just the seam.
Well, we have a war.
I will further investigate just this door, looking for a trigger.
You don't have to roll. There's no trigger.
There's no trigger.
There's no handle. Just the seam.
There's a cattail.
Claude is being a menace.
Well, we can try and force them open, I guess.
Is there like a motif on this side?
There are paintings on this side as well. They're scribbled over. They were half painting through something else on this side of the wall. You're unsure exactly what the illustration shows, but you can make out one of your faces in agony, probably during some point of pain before you ridded this room of its many artists. And then there's other shapes that seem to have been painted over. Too much, it's obscured.
I'm specifically talking about the door. Trying to see if there's a connection between
No.
the other side of the door and this side.
No.
Okay. You said there are 2 hidden doors?
Yes, the seams. They're to the south and north of Whifflespark. You see 2 seams of hidden doors.
Sorry, cat.
You
We
fine?
could, we're struggling to try to get them open. Is that what's going on?
There's no way to open them.
Okay.
Not
So-
not in its function, at least. Alexander, the Big B's hand fades, right?
Yeah, that's gone after 10 minutes.
Roger.
Oh, I knock real hard on one of the doors and listen for hissing.
Yeah.
Hold on for a sec.
You knock. It's just your hand hitting stone. Listen. Nothing. Quiet stone wall.
So, do we want to try and force these open or something, or do we want to just leave them?
I say we're already here. There's no point.
If these go elsewhere, I mean, what might happen is the snakes open up to the wall, and then you just go around the door and don't actually go through it.
I look at the door. Is there handles?
No.
Like the big door.
Oh, the big door. The big door does not, I believe, have any handles. Yes, it bears no handles, no hinges.
Jeez, man. Once you're in, you're in.
I don't-
Struggles before the
Or
push
will
See
you,
anything else
sign.
in here?
Or we'll try to go up to the hidden door on the north side.
Okay.
Oop, grabbed the other. Okay. And he'll like try to push and slide it one way or the other, and see
Yeah.
if that's a thing he can do.
Solid stone fixed in place. The seam is the only thing that is visible. You know a door should be here. Like this is a door, but there is no way to access it from this side.
We could go back the way we came in.
Yeah, somebody want to go to the other side?
Sure.
Honestly, this has done enough to convince me this is where the door led. Is there truly a purpose to us discovering anything further? We've
Well-
already done everything on this side.
Unless those passageways
Lead somewhere.
just go here.
I feel like it's more likely that it is leading to a 5-foot square with some tortured being on the inside that is let loose when we enter the room. You said you heard screaming, Professor?
Oh yeah, when I put the blood in.
Yes, I feel like it has enraged whatever is on the northern hidden door. Similar effects would happen if someone were to offer blood similarly
Hmm.
at the other statue.
Alright. I am sold. Let's
You guys want to head
figure
back?
out where else we want to go. Yeah.
Okay, I can move you all back where you were. No problem.
Right.
Okay, so I
Right.
still would like to know where what the
Um,
other two warnings
yeah.
are.
Knowing that that was there on the other side, I'd like to look for a hidden door that would like match up with the other side. Like
Yeah,
the
we're
northern-
make a
yeah.
investigation check for me.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
Sure. 15.
Did not.
You do not see any similar sealed or sort of seams on this side that would mimic or match. You see much of the detail I've given thus far to in the description and to Whifflespark of this side of the door.
Did throw an inspiration down.
Okay. I don't know where it went. We'll find it
It's
somewhere.
It's on top of Brolin.
Oh, there it is. Beep.
Never surrender inspiration.
Make him steal them from our cold, dead hands.
Exactly.
Cold and dead. Great.
Alright. There's only one other place I do want to look, which is I want to go look around the lizard friend.
The lizard friend.
That mall was suspiciously devoid of anything going on, but at the same time, that does seem in flavor for the tomb,
You're back.
for it to just fuck with you.
Who are you talking to? They're gone.
What?
Who, me?
I'm not gonna oh.
Your book
He's with
is
me.
nice.
You were still up here when you were talking. I was like, no one's here.
How is your class going so far? Do you need me to turn the page for you?
Please, I've been reading the same page for the last hour.
Okay, I turned the page for him.
Ooh, pictures. He continues to read.
We found something on the south wall that was just open. I guess I scour the north wall?
Yeah. If you remember, there's illustrations or carvings on the wall of people like holding their ears and looks of pain, some kind of like wail or something. Yeah, you want to scour this wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, make an investigation check or perception or whatever you think you're using. It's a bare wall.
Okay.
Doesn't hold any detail outside of the carvings that I've described. And
And we've checked the south room that the doors do connect.
yes, Alexandria confirmed.
Okay.
Did we... Have we asked him whether there's anything going like east behind that face?
Oh, the lizard? No,
I've
Yeah.
been mostly in that thing.
Yeah, it is a single cavity.
Oh, right.
A spherical cavity.
Is it really smooth?
Inside? Yeah.
Like mirror finish smooth?
Not mere finish smooth.
Okay.
Stone.
I'm just making sure that it wasn't magically smooth.
No. No, it's not like
in
the
a
walls of the acid
spherical
pit.
shape.
It's not like the walls of the acid pit.
Oh, I was thinking more of magically smooth in a spherical shape.
Yeah, no, I know.
Sphere of Annihilation pops in there.
Maybe at one point, who knows?
I don't know. Who has ideas?
I don't really know. It's been a long time since we were in the secret tunnels. Did they lead anywhere that we haven't explored yet?
At least the column one,
so.
we've been everywhere in that one.
The way down.
There are
down.
no other doors in that chamber that you haven't gone through.
So the staircase, you mean up and down? We've been all the way.
You've
up
been through all the chambers of the spiral staircase. Alexander, you
Have we
see the
already
mirror?
Yeah, this is the other door.
There was a fountain in one room that we never did anything with.
Back on the first floor.
That was on the first floor.
So that fountain was magic in some way. I have a little bit of that in a vial.
That's a different fountain, I think.
Oh, the fountain
In the
on
secret
the
passageway.
secret passageway fountain. We didn't touch that.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that was actually that the second floor.
That room that insta killed you, or
Yeah.
did we pull anything out of there?
Yes.
I forget if we
one
grabbed
of the beholder eye or beholder door
right,
eyes.
right. The orb. Yeah. Okay.
Ed,
Yes, what's up, Roland? What would you like?
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Yeah, what's your spell?
There's a spell. Awaken. No,
Interesting.
I
On
could.
this rock.
I actually could cast Awaken right now if I really wanted to and use all our gold. But
Kill him.
no. Susan's a
Stop it before you
sentient.
can do it. Yeah.
Stop it. Too much power. The risk is too high.
It's Groot.
Oh my god. What spell?
Um,
Roland?
I'm gonna cast an oldie but a goodie.
Okay, yeah. You cast Good Berry, and 10 plump little red berries appear in your hand.
Yep, and I give the lizard. I give him one.
It eats one. Mmm. Tasty. Thank you.
No problem. Here you go. I give him a couple more. I'm like, if you
full,
get extra
thanks.
hungry.
Oh. Sure. And he just sort of, he just lets him sort of lay and then goes back to reading the book.
I pat him. Good boy.
I don't know. Do you go to pat him? You just do it? Rude.
But you're so handsome.
Do people pat you?
All the time.
He's lying.
Well, when I say pat, I mean belt with insults. Then yes.
I will ask to be patted in the future. Thank you.
Do you want me to turn that
Are
page
you
for you?
harassing my student?
I'm still reading.
Well, I've been smack Brolin upside the head.
I give him shut up and eat these 5 berries.
Yeah, you hit a big mat of hair.
Oh no, Brolin, your infallible charm is working against you.
As it always does. Here, Wiffle Spark, eat 5 of these berries.
You said there was a room below this one.
Yes,
Like
there is an
5
open
berries.
hole in the a open shaft in the middle of this room.
And Fiora was able to fly down there.
Yes.
That is the way we proceed.
That is the
Well, I'd rather go the back route, but
yeah.
Where is the back route?
It's down by the dock.
it's the
Oh.
column takes you down to the dock.
Shit,
Yeah, I
okay,
think-
yeah.
I can't figure out what these other ones are. One of them has to be this tunnel down here. But yeah, it's
Because we still haven't found Army Sleeps in Silence, right? Because technically that was what the maze room with the key. Precious air and falling sand.
To fire.
Death to fire, dine or drown. I assume.
Wait,
the Iron
iron
Scepter's-
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there has to be another spot in this floor.
I feel like we're missing like one thing.
Right.
Sounds like we're missing several.
Because even if this is one,
Which of these hints applied to the room with the tomb or the sarcophagus we're not opening?
The maze holds the key.
No,
No,
we've
no,
already
no,
opened
oh.
that
That's
one.
Flail Snail. You mean Napaka, the one we're not opening? That
Yeah.
is Find the Iron Scepter's twin. You remember there were two of them, and there was like a real and a fake. Yeah.
yeah, and the maze holds the key is definitely the flail snail one, and the mirror holds
Right.
12 is obvious.
Yeah, we did
Nope.
that one. So those top
So we have
three
two other
lines-
clues. This is one of the clues down here.
Oh, the crown.
Yeah,
army-
that's gonna be for one of them. Then there should be something else on this floor.
I'm
Yes.
guessing that's the army sleeps in silence.
As far as yeah,
So we need to find one that is death to fire, dying, or drown, precious air, and falling sand.
That all has, like, if that's a riddle like the other door with the blood thing, it could almost be water.
precious air.
Like it's a stretch.
Right, falling sand is like quicksand, right? Mostly water. Is that
That
precious air? Where do you go when you're drowning? You know, away from the water. Dine or drown, you can drink water or drown in it, obviously.
right.
And then, yeah, death to fire puts fire out. But where is this water chamber, supposedly?
Perhaps these riddles might also apply to what is
This.
down the shaft here.
Yeah, that's
That could be
the
too.
other thing I'm wondering.
Yeah, because there's a whole nother level down there, right?
I would
Um,
say, unless we are going to do something with the crown, which in my opinion is to destroy it, maybe we go down to the docks and start exploring the next floor with those riddles in mind.
Sounds good to me.
Because I feel like if we continue to patrol this floor, we will all have the professor's trait before too long, and I'd like to avoid that.
Cute.
So,
what do you suggest?
Oh,
Tossing
I
the
asked
crown into-
the lizard if he's ever seen anything besides these two hallways.
I was forced down a few chambers up above where I ran away from him. Looking to
Well,
Biff.
I was saying when you're running away and you made it to this floor, where have you seen?
This is as far as I've gone.
Would you be interested in a job?
Mm-mm. Quite happy here with my berries and my book. I don't want to die.
Well, you can't stay in this tomb forever.
Yes, you can. There's no
Says
use
you.
persuading him otherwise.
Where's he gonna get more food?
He was doing just fine before your berries.
That's true, I guess. Don't you miss the sunlight?
Don't know if I can see it again. I'd rather live here. You can make a persuasion check with disadvantage to try to get him to leave. I don't know if anyone's done that thus far, but you could try.
Because that's
You have to
the
make a
other thing we
convincing
haven't-
argument as to what you're going to do with him, because he's
Oh.
already
That's
lost
it.
trust in people.
That's the other thing we haven't really done is thoroughly investigated where he's staying, right? We've not gone inside of
Wibblesparks,
that.
Wibblesparks looked around. I think he's kind of gone in, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, hey, you come with us. Port Nine Zara's got a whole bunch of books. Hell, we could just have you go live at the library.
Why are you promising him Port Nyanzaru when we can't even get there yet?
Your friend has a point. I think you're in as much trouble as I am. I'm safer here. You can stay out there.
Why do you gotta do this? Why do you gotta make our jobs even more difficult than they already are?
I'll just end
Why
up like
do you
another
openly
church.
lie?
Why do you openly tempt our friendship?
Friendship, she says with a raised eyebrow.
I'm sorry. About 30 minutes ago, you referred to me subconsciously as your friend. So, yeah, that's not a conversation you have to have with me. That's a conversation you're gonna have to have with yourself.
That's
And Brolin walks
unfortunate.
away.
I see he has become delusional.
So I think we should look at the other pool just because it didn't do anything and it was weird in a weird place. I think.
The other fountain thing you're talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah.
Well, it is worth investigating. I do agree.
that's all I can think of. And then
Either that
downstairs.
or
That's on the way to
upside
downstairs,
down,
anyways.
But that could be a whole nother thing.
Yeah, you mentioned something we hadn't looked at, so
Yep.
Yeah. And
Like
the
we
crown,
looked
we
at
never
it.
technically did anything with it, so.
Yeah, you guys want to go up there?
does anyone have Mage Hand?
I do.
Yep.
Nope.
Guess we could mess with the crown Mage Hand D, but who knows. Anyways,
That is true.
If we think the altar is trapped, perhaps we could inspect it?
Thought we said we weren't gonna touch that thing.
I'm just thinking
Right.
things we haven't touched yet. That was all.
I'm fine with touching it so far as we see it destroyed.
So as a player, my guess is that if you had got that crown, you could bring the sphere to any of the tomb mouths that are around on the walls. But I'm not sure.
Well,
Maybe
Or-
there's something behind this one.
Or it
Or it's
mind
just a flat-out
controls you
trap.
and walks you into it. Yeah.
Yeah, or that.
I mean,
Or that.
it
That
is
is
a
the other
s-
option.
Fail a saving throw. Well, there you go.
It is most assuredly trapped in some regard.
Mhm.
Or cursed. Trapped and
Or
cursed.
both.
Yeah,
Why not both?
probably both.
Also, why not Zoidberg?
Well, I guess we decided on the fountain, right? We'll do that before we go jumping into any annihilation sphere.
Okay, if y'all want to gather on a point, I can lift you up there. Just gather together on Whiffle Spark.
Lift me.
Everybody on Whiffle Spark.
Lift me.
Anybody who's not
That
on
was
Whiffle Spark.
a good opportunity because I was in my kitchen getting a snack.
Nice.
Come along and take his
Fast
hand.
travel.
Let's all go to Dragon Man.
Come along, take my hand.
Yeah, and it's like Whiffle Spark would be the one to teleport us to a magical land of adventure.
Is that a gnome comment there?
Yeah, yes.
I don't see anything yet.
Nope, not yet.
Whiffle Spark, where have you
Okay.
taken us?
Just
This
wanted to
isn't a
double check.
land of
Yeah, you
adventure. This is a land of darkness.
Oh, I put you guys in the wrong place.
Seems like a dwarven place then.
I don't go below ground. I'm albino.
Alright. You enter. Ooh, put that in the wrong place. You enter into this chamber you've passed quite a few times so far.
Okay.
You see that water fills a carved stone font.
I look in the water to see if there's anything at the bottom.
Yeah. You gaze into the font. You don't see anything at the bottom. The water itself actually begins to move as you look into it, Whiffle Spark. The water begins to swirl in a circle. Eerie light emanates from within the basin. Slowly, an image begins to appear. Do you keep watching?
In for a penny.
For a copper.
I'll be out here.
Gonna
Gonna-
stand out with war real quick. Yep. Or at least on the opposite side. Let's do it. How about here?
That puts you in a completely different room.
Yep.
I'll stay here.
Yes. You see a set of eyes. Through a set of eyes. They seem to be staring out across a hallway at an alcove opposite of where that sort of vision is being seen. There is a sort of chain being sort of draped away from the vision towards a figure in that alcove. You recognize it as one of those metal tomb guardians, the figure opposite of your vision. And the chain
Hey,
itself
that's right,
seems
we're here.
attached to its neck.
I look away and then look back in again.
Okay, yeah, you look away, and then you look back in. You see, it's actually make an intelligence check for me.
Oh,
Okay.
Just a base intelligence. Okay. You notice that it is a little bit different, but it's mostly the same because it's the same vision of a chain leaving into an alcove, and that alcove is another one of those metal men, but it's slightly different. They don't look exactly the same.
I try and tap the water. See if there's a quicker way of doing this.
Yeah.
We had one of those.
there was
floor
a
down.
hallway with them.
Yeah.
connected. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to tap at the water. Doesn't
Yeah.
seem to do anything. You just
Okay,
your finger
then I
hits
look
cold
away
water.
and I look again. See if I can get a different view.
Away, look in.
What a painful way to change your TV channels.
Yeah.
It's a similar view.
This thing is useless.
Is it some sort of scrying pool then?
Apparently, we need to figure out how to use it.
What is scrying exactly? Am I also
like,
seeing
you
the
got-
same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two guys with chains. Remember, floor down. Super angry pig head room.
Right, we
You're
avoided
probably
them
Uh,
because we didn't want to become bowling pins.
And I did blow the shit out of it. The pig head, I mean.
Guess. Is it okay if we spend 10 minutes here?
Sure.
I mean, it's show that I also can identify things. And sarcastically identify.
I see.
Um,
See, you are a man of culture as well.
casting identify. Are you doing this while looking into the pool? Are you doing this just while staying at like the side of the pool? Like, what's your situation?
Well, I'll be looking at the pool just as a
Okay.
in case I get a new view.
And you're casting as a ritual.
Mhm.
Perfect. After a minute, the water explodes, goes all around the room, and standing in the font is the metal man. He immediately attacks you.
Okay, that
anyone,
does happen.
anyone who doesn't have, I believe one of you doesn't have a surprise round situation, but this is the one of you is
I
not
don't get
affected.
surprised.
You don't get surprised. So yeah, you will be rolling along with this one. So nobody else roll advantage other than those who aren't yet surprised. If you're affected
I
by
don't
surprise,
have that yet.
okay,
If we would have slept before this, I would.
this thing immediately bursts out of here.
So I just need to roll regular initiative?
Roll initiative, and this will be your
Okay.
initiative. Cool. Nobody else roll initiative. This is surprise. Like, Alexander, do you move on a surprise round?
I can if you let me.
Yeah, no, you have to have the ability. So you will be going first with a spark.
Okay.
This thing is bursting out and immediately assaulting you, or about to, and you have a moment to act. If you wish.
I cast heat and metal.
Okay. It needs to make a save, right?
Yeah, DC 16.
Love it.
Actually, no. Let me double check that. Yeah, 16.
Well, if you're targeting the plate,
It needs to make the save to not take damage. It's going to
Oh.
get hit by it.
Yeah, how
right,
take-
right. Okay.
So
I'll pull up the spell real quick. Give me 1 second.
I think the save is to not let go of what it's holding. Otherwise, it's just
Oh,
straight
yeah,
up
right.
done.
if you remember how it
gets hit.
works, then sure, then it happens.
Yeah.
I trust you to remember how it works. So it is on fire. Does it take immediate damage right now? Any creature in physical contact with the object takes two. Yeah, go for the 2d8 fire damage right now. Yep. Yeah, it hates that.
Yeah, I imagine it does.
Concentration. There we go.
It's not even me, and I hate it.
it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. That's hilarious.
It already did. So
Until the next turn.
perfect. It is on fire. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Wiffle Spark?
I don't actually have a bonus action I can use right now, so no.
Okay, it will make 2 slam attacks at you at disadvantage. 11 and 12. Just immediately, I think it just hits stone. Everybody can roll initiative now.
All right, but if it's lower than my other initiative, I want this initiative to not be counted. I don't want this initiative to be counted. I
The
want
other
my
initiative
previous
was similar.
That's fine. Doesn't matter to me.
No, my other initiative was 12. This is 5. It is
Oh, okay.
inferior.
Yeah, if you want to put it in there.
I don't care.
Okay.
Just being a bitch.
Brolin, you're the only one who has yet to give me an initiative. Give it to me.
Yes. Here we go.
Give it to me. Okay.
Give on to the GM.
Wiffle Spark, you act immediately again.
Okay. Then I am going to bonus action. Now I think about it. Actually, I mean a bonus action. I mean a bonus act. No, I can't do that. I pull out my magical version of my animating mace
Okay.
and hit the thing in front of me.
All right. Go for it. There's a ledge between you two, but you can totally still make the strike.
This has the same stats as a mace, so.
Sure. That
Okay,
hits. That 100% hits. Yeah.
That was a good roll. And then again.
Yeah, you rip in. The second attack will not mean its armor class. It's just one huge, sort of hefty strike immediately at this thing after it attacks you. You ducked out of the way, able to dig some of that mace into the armor, dent it back. The second just boom off of it like a metal drum.
And then I bonus action more fire.
Okay. It is burning. It hates that. Wiffle Spark, is that your turn?
Oh, I also yell at it, you interrupted my ritual, as I'm beating on it.
Just not happy. Brolin,
Yes.
what would you like to do in this scenario? The water of the well just exploded. A Tomb Guardian is leapt out of the scene well to attack Wiffle Spark.
I'm in such a tiny place.
You are.
Let me look really
Waits
quick.
for a tiny man.
You can
Polymorph does not work on constructs, correct?
you have to read your spells. But if you also need to delay your turn for any reason, you can do so.
Ooh, no, Oh, well, Gios wouldn't. I don't think Gios would work in this situation.
Victor, you're on deck.
'Cause no, so I'm sorry. I know what I will do. I'm going to turn into Dino Brolin.
Okay, you are Dino Brolin. Put other Brolin back here.
Goodbye, everybody. I believe in you.
And yeah, Dino Brolin can enter the room.
And he will do 1 bite and 2 claws.
I'm going to decide which square he's in, upper bottom. because he's not technically in a square. So 1, he's up. 2, he's down. Okay, he is in this upper square. Boop.
Eep.
2 claws, go for it. A bite
So I got-
will make it through. Woohoo! You start to rip into the metal.
Okay.
That will not make it past the armor class. Screech right against the iron. Also, 2 just huge scratch marks against the metal.
Crap.
That's bonus action. Anything else you want to do with your movement, Brolin?
No.
Victor, it is your turn.
Ray of Frost.
Okay,
Right over Alexandria's shoulder.
go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Hey,
22.
that's my boy.
22 is enough.
My boy.
It gets some respite from the fire it just despises so much, but the icy touch of the cold is not much more welcoming as it burns away at some of its armor.
Chill out.
All right,
Really?
I take it back.
That is your action. You have a movement and a possible bonus.
I'm going to step back about 10 feet here. This is where I will end my turn.
Yeah, as you step there, you see the arms of the... actually, no, you don't. You don't see any arms. Take that back. Normally, there are arms coming out of the
Very
store,
cool, Victor.
but there are none. Alexandria, what would you like to do? You are right next to this thing, though its focus seems entirely on Whifflespark.
That's something over here.
It doesn't take an opportunity attack at you.
Because of the ray of frost, right?
Yes, sure. Is that how Ray of Frost works?
No, Ray of Frost slows you down.
I thought. Wait, what's the? Oh, it's the
Speed is
shocking
reduced by
grasp
10.
that removes.
Regardless, it has no interest in you.
That's perfectly fine by me. Magic missile.
All right. What damage number am I looking at? The second one?
The first one is
The
the
first
3.
one? Okay. Those just into its form, each one impacting and ripping away at the metal. It's bloodied.
Yep, that looks about right. Cool.
All right. Are you did you get the plus ones?
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's what that +6 is.
Yeah. I'm feeling that. Yeah, because
plus
usually +1 each, and that's plus. Yeah, so that would be. Yep, that's how that works. So that should be correct if it's 3 bolts. Anything else on your turn, Alexandria?
Yes. Can I make Trap appear because I'm a terrible necromancer? and
Sure.
I keep forgetting that he.
You want to put him down? He's been hanging out around here. You can just put him in front of you.
Yep.
I'd say put him in this space so you don't go behind any walls. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna have him move forward and attack.
Yeah, it goes right after you. Have him make an attack roll.
Excellent. Slam.
Against metal.
This, hold on.
Yes. Gets
Because I
plus
don't think
1,
that's taking into account that I'm a super awesome necromancer. So if I remember correctly, does his attack not get my proficiency bonus?
You tell me.
Fuck. All right, you know what? We'll just roll with that, and I'll look it up.
Okay. It up against the thing. And is unable to get past it. War, it's your turn.
I'll move 5 feet here. I am gonna move my... Is there enough room
Damage rolls.
above him to just
No.
have my echo floating above him?
The hallways are 8 feet.
So probably not. Okay. So then...
You can probably step through Brolin
Yeah.
into the
Yeah, Berlin's
The third
10
space.
feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll do this. And then I will hit it.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna reckless attack. Double check.
Yep, it did.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Not raging.
No rage.
And reckless. 16.
Just streaks across the metal.
So, no.
Easy
Second
boy.
attack.
That will hit.
Alrighty. So
Ooh,
21.
21. Yeah, more
10 of
fire,
which is fire.
of which it absolutely hates, is burnt. 2, just huge strikes into this thing. Everything on your turn, War?
Bonus action. I'm gonna Shield Master shove him.
Okay, yeah.
So, contested athletics, and I'm gonna try to set
You got a
him prone.
20. You
Hey,
got a 23. He's
That's
prone. Down to the ground. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
It will clamber up and... Oh, before his turn, yes.
Where the big guy goes, can I do the slam damage?
Sure, did it hit?
Yeah, he rolled a 16, but my proficiency bonus is 4, and he's got a +1 weapon, so he hit with a 21.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
7.
So it'll be 8 damage because the +1 weapon.
8. Alright, and it is a magical weapon, so it will deal full damage. As it rips into it, this thing barely clinging for life
Forgot
alongside
that we
War.
gave the guy a magic.
It will clamber to its feet with all of its remaining strength and do as much as it can to hurt Whifflespark. Does it take damage at the beginning of its turn, Whifflespark, or is that just
my
on
turn.
yours? Okay, cool. It's gonna slam with disadvantage in your direction.
Okay.
Okay, cool. He's gonna fuck you.
10 and 17. Boom, boom. Just complete rage. Not focused in any one direction except for just your general vicinity, but he can't quite hit you. It is your turn, Whifflespark.
Okay, then I will attack again.
Okay.
Hank Spark is good spec.
And missed the second one, but hit the first one probably.
Okay, yeah, that'll do damage.
10?
He's destroyed.
Bonk.
That strike seems to be the one thing that unhinged the metal of this creature. It falls open, and you see sort of the stitched together Frankenstein-like form inside that seems to have lost all of its undead life.
Okay, I continue my ritual.
Okay.
He was so rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
Water splashed on the chalk. You gotta start over.
Oh yeah, I know, but that's why I just crushed a
Crushed a what? You cut out.
Tomb Guardian 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to spend... there's no more water inside of it to stare
I still
into.
want to spend the time.
Absolutely. You finish the ritual, and it is a mundane piece of stone.
Alright, so the water itself is what's magical. Got it.
Yes, and that seems to have been dispersed.
Okay. Do we want to rest or continue down, or what do we want to do?
Feeling a little tapped.
We are in one of the spaces that's easy to block off. Not right here, but
You're
right
level-
over here.
You're level 8
Is it-
Whifflespark?
What?
You're level 8 Whifflespark?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You get like what, 10?
No,
Or until we rest.
360.
Oh, 360 each. Nice. Okay.
Yep, 360 each.
360 each. Alright.
Once we rest, I'm level 9. But until we rest, I am level 8.
And Brolin will poof and go. Ah. It was.
So I think over here is one of our safer, like, resty points. The office space. Because there's only one
Oh,
way in
yeah.
and out.
Yep. We did sleep there once. Withers' office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far, like a short rest you guys are talking? You can totally do a long rest too, but I will say the only thing you've done this day is explore a portion of the floor down below. I believe, the only thing that you guys really... Because everything else was just
We did
looking
everything on
around.
that floor except for the gargoyles and the mirror.
There
we
would
did done.
there would still be a good amount of day left.
Yeah, we found the.
But you could still just idle it if you want.
I'm not overly tapped, so if we want to keep going,
Yeah, we can also just keep going.
yeah.
If you want a short rest, we could do that. Get some HP back.
Do we
Easy
level
enough
on
place
short
to do
rests
it.
or just on long?
We
Just
decided long as a table.
Okay. I couldn't remember what we decided.
Yeah.
Well, what else were we doing on this floor? We were looking at the well.
And then this is our way down if we wanted to look at the next floor down.
Yeah, if we wanted to go to 5.
That's what's got my vote. I want to start checking that area out.
All
I
right.
still think there's something more on 4. But I don't know where.
The other thing we never fully figured out was the like upside down thing.
Yeah,
Well, that's on this floor if we want to look at it again.
Yeah,
because we didn't like spread out and explore after switching, right?
We have done some degree of that. Thus
Yeah.
far, every challenge room has been that we've looked at has been reset or unchanged from our efforts here. And we did discover that the secret room was not present in the upside down.
right.
So
I wouldn't mind looking at this scrying pool again, but in the
Like,
upside
from
down.
the other direction, yeah.
The clue for that was the ring is a path to another tomb, and we don't know if that means another entire like all of the
Yeah.
tombs, or maybe like Aijen's tomb's in there. We just gotta find it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could just be a whole another
I think
one.
we have Aijin. It's
Shagambe.
Shigembe.
Oh,
Shagambe.
Aijen was the rabbit. Sorry.
Yeah, we have that one.
Yeah.
That
I
one
explained
is
that. It is
in the-
Shigambi. Yep.
in the bag.
Yeah.
I would say if anything was going to be in the upside down, it would have been the flail snail. 'Cause that's the secret, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Perhaps.
The flail snail always lies below, so
Yeah, it would be at the
it
bottom.
kind of
That
made
makes
sense that it was on the 4th floor.
It was
Right.
on the 4th floor and the bottom of steps on the 4th floor.
Yep.
Like it was as low on the 4th floor as you could go.
underneath the rolling boulder.
So, anyone okay with trying to check out the scrying pool again, but from the upside down and see if I get the same view?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And
Yeah.
I go, woo!
Everyone
I'll-
with their hands up.
cool.
and make
Everybody grab Whiffle Spark's beard, everybody.
Do we need to do that? Probably. All right. Here we go.
We need a stack?
yeah,
Or
go for it. I mean, if everybody's going, is the zombie
yeah, well, I'm
gone?
just saying we're going to the upside down. Is the upside down different?
I mean, I'll take you guys there if you want to go there.
Okay.
Take us on a wild magic carpet ride.
Whole new world. It's not that different.
A whole new tomb.
A dazzling place you've never seen.
I suppose it would be a useful way to succeed in a tomb challenge if you failed it.
Oh,
Why is the upside down purple?
purple,
I don't remember
What?
it being purple.
bro.
What?
It is purple for our visual element and for my visual element, and nothing else.
Oh. So you can tell.
Oh.
Got it.
You about to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
the game has changed.
I am heading back to the scrying room.
You see that the stone gargoyles rest below.
Oh
we wanna-
shit.
Hands,
we wanna-
hands sort
do we
of
wanna
rip
fight
their
it?
way out at you
No touch.
as you go to pass.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
open this
This
door.
is this is where the undead are.
Yep, you know where this is. Yeah, anybody passing by the door has those hands come at them.
And I look into my pool again.
Yeah, you try the same situation here where everybody is.
Mhm.
All right.
Here, I'll
Um,
ready in action for when it jumps out just in case.
And it does. As you search into the pool, it explodes. Tell me how the fight goes.
Immediately?
After a minute.
But do I see anything different this time?
Do you see anything different this time? Yes, you do. You would see possibly through the eyes of a different one. I can roll to see. Let's see. You know what? No, I got it. Yeah, you look through, and you see. Well, it looks to be the vision is looking through the sort of like you're in some kind of sort of metal box with a slit, and looking out through that slit, you see what looks to be a like a factory of some kind of pipes and potions, and the you would also see what looks to be tomb dwarves, sort of moving around the chamber, setting things
Looking
up.
through Lord Brixton's eyes.
Okay, that's not useful. I look away before I
Okay, yeah.
trigger.
Absolutely. you avoid the trigger.
So
you
this
know
is
is coming.
Withers's security camera room.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Looking
trying to
through all of
use the security camera room.
Yeah.
And I just test as a thing. I look away and look back to see if I get a different thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You see through the vision of another, where it is sitting at a stool, and next to it is a mirror looking out into a pit where light is coming out of it, and there is also a lever next to it. It's a very small chamber.
Okay. And I try again. I'm just trying to get any
Okay.
other views I can.
Yeah, something that you haven't seen before. Nothing appears that you haven't seen before.
Okay.
To
I
my
don't think
knowledge.
security cameras would help me.
I get you. I will save you the time because I love you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost can guarantee I don't. Yeah.
So if I peek that way, is it the same mouth?
Yes, it is.
Still screaming too.
Yeah, still loud down that way.
Oh, that's all I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Just a monodrone dude, just like.
Yeah, you see the wine chamber, all the way down.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else except for going downstairs, but I don't want to go downstairs in the upside down.
It's up to you guys where you want to
Right.
explore.
The only other thing I would think that would be interesting would be seeing the blinds working.
In the what?
The blind artists. Yeah, on the
Oh,
T-Rex
yeah,
room.
that might be useful. We can go look at them.
That's my only thing that I could think that would be drastically different enough.
We
if
might
they
have
did
to fight an undead T-Rex again.
that.
Well, we'll all just get in the room before we touch anything.
Alexander, you could fly Fira in there real quick and just take a peek at the paintings.
That's also an option.
Yeah,
If you don't want to step beyond that, because then the door closes in, then yeah, we're fighting a T-Rex. So.
if we want to get into any room that doesn't require her opening a door, that
Yeah,
would be.
we can open the door, let her in.
Yeah. You guys want to go down into the same chamber you were at before?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Just kind of see what they're
Taking
painting.
the back way.
Okay, you descend down the steps. You take the back way into the chamber, and you open the door. I imagine one of you. Who among you is heading this?
Who's the sneakiest now?
Oh, not me.
Probably Wiffle Spark.
Probably. We'll
That's
go
what
with
I'm
Wiffle
thinking.
Spark.
I mean,
Mr.
if
Mr.
it's
Tomb Raider.
if it's whoever's opening the door, like I would also.
Yeah, you peek the door
Sneaky,
open.
apparently.
War, you were gonna say something?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You
Is it-
see the
I was thinking about opening the door as well.
you see the same room that I've described to you before, the throne, the sort of ash and bone filled floor, the sort of minotaur skull at the top of the throne, the metal mace is there as well, and there are multiple painters. They are in the midst of painting the wall for the first time, it would seem. And you see illustrations of you. Of all of you. Thus far.
Oh,
Since you've
Nice.
stepped into this
Weird.
chamber.
Hmm.
So that means they haven't repainted any walls, which means they haven't been working until just
Until we
now.
got here.
We
Which
are the first
also
ones.
means- Yes, which also means Company of the Yellow Banner isn't here because they were painting them previously before.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, this tomb is empty. We are the sole inhabitants, aside from any traps and denizens that are intended to be here.
Hmm.
Wonder if we pick one tomb, would the artifacts be there?
We could look.
Or more
That'd
keys.
be weird
Or
because
maybe an
the artifacts have.
entrance that we didn't see before.
Yeah, is there anything? And let me know if there's a room or a chamber you all want to engage in that you've engaged in before. Let me know.
What you
I
thinking?
think of one that doesn't have a trap on it that we know of.
Um.
Or
Shoot.
one that we know the triggers for.
What if
Or
we
was
go
it,
down?
How about the skull room where we can't tell it any lies? Or speak no truths? Which one was it?
That was the
That's
the
on
one
the
with the
first
girl,
floor.
right? The
yeah,
ghost.
that was
Yeah.
a fairly simple room.
Speak no truth to the doomed child.
Yeah, you guys want to go
That we
there?
promptly did first thing. Yeah.
Yes. You head down to that chamber. You meet similar challenges to what you met before, and because you've met them before, you're more careful about it this time, more methodical. You would have a major choice in this room, but all other challenges don't need to be rolled, don't need to be described unless any of you guys want to add description. But if you want to make a different choice with this child to perhaps tell it no lies, no truths, you can do so. It would result in a very passive individual, one who asks a lot of questions, one who is scared. Easily enough to calm down. You can do that if you want, but they don't seem to serve any other information. If there's anything else you guys want to do, let me know. This is a free open space.
That proves the theory.
Should we open the sarcophagus?
I mean, that's why we're here.
Everything is there that would have been there after you face the same challenges. You get similar situations.
That's so bizarre.
well, do we
Do we
get
have
root?
roll one, pick up that staff, and see what happens?
Would you like to?
It's you already have that one in your head, so
Yeah, I pick up the staff.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit! This is weird.
What?
You let me know. Do you save? Do you not?
Yeah, I'm gonna resist actually with
You felt a
use my
presence, but it resists. You don't have to use inspiration or anything.
Moa, do you know what's going on here?
Well, from what I know of your own knowledge, it seems as though this is a mimic of the tomb. I would expect, from what your friends and yourself have spoken, that this is mostly the same.
So what? This is a mimic of you?
I'm afraid to find that out. The thought of two Wongos. Oh.
maybe we can make a mega-powered Moa
Mega Moa.
by combining two Moas.
Looking
That's yours.
down in the central room, is there a pit at the bottom of the...
There is.
Okay.
Still a pit. The
So
gargoyles
there's,
are back.
so there's still a fifth floor in this is what I was getting at there.
It would seem to be so.
Well, this does lead to some very good news. With the presence of this realm, we've officially doubled our wealth.
Oh dear.
Very rich indeed.
Does that mean there's another beholder?
Absolutely, that does.
Probably.
If there can be other demigods, there certainly can be another beholder.
Wait, did we get XP for killing that shadow golem?
Shadow Golem?
You know, like the iron, the at the pool.
We haven't rolled out
You won't.
experience
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
We
I
haven't tried to
described
kill
it.
anything in this-
I described it coming out, and Alex did not want that, so he looked away.
Yeah, we didn't do it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
All right, so here's the all-important question. How much XP are you going to give us for re-clearing the tomb? Do we want to take, well, just like auto battle it, because we've proven we will succeed in all these encounters. So, flat half XP?
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh. And Ed,
Alright,
with my key thing, should I be asking about that, or will you point out things when I am near them?
That's very difficult for me to keep a exact eye on. If you are still traversing areas you've already traversed, you can expect to find what that ability gives you.
Okay.
Normally. So if you can remember any, absolutely.
Do I have this? I still have the Sending Stone, correct?
I believe so.
I pick up the Sending Stone, and I say, "Hello, is anyone there?"
It's silence for a moment, and then there is a static. The static becomes clearer and clearer until all you hear is a very wispy, very crackled, very old laugh.
Oh.
New phone. Who dis?
Yeah. The
So what's
voice
thinking about-
the voice would come a voice would come through the laughter. You're going to die. And the laughter would just continue. You get a similar response to what Brolin received when trying to communicate with plants.
Now you know how I feel.
Well, I am awfully disappointed. I had hoped that perhaps this was a different timeline, and our patron would answer. But it just appears I telephoned an asshole instead.
Yeah, it's weird, wispy old man voice.
What floor was that weird room with the where Whifflespark would get paralyzed and then there was like a wave of air that was shoving over the thing?
That was
Oh,
the one
yeah,
that
yeah.
was connected
That was third
to
floor.
the-
Go ahead.
Okay. Because that was just more the orbs for the beholder, right?
Yeah.
That was mostly what the third floor was just getting
Beholder
fucked
floor.
by a beholder. Yeah.
Could it be said that if we chose to, could we spend the day scouting the floors we've been through for inconsistencies? Would we be able to do that?
It would take a little bit longer than that, having to face all of the previous challenges. You do have the capability of the knowledge, so I would say it would take 2 days, 2 full days to go through this and everywhere you've been and deal with its issues.
I more so meant the easily accessible hallways. and
Anything
doors.
easily accessible, I would say would take you an hour. Anything easily accessible without causing you any issues has the exact same everything.
What the hell?
At least where you've been thus far.
It truly does appear to be an exact copy, with the exception of the one room.
So maybe there is something with that room.
Even down to its denizens. The creature we're dealing with is capable of making pocket dimensions, for crying out loud. This might not even be real. Not truly.
We
Or
might just be wandering around the astral plane.
Or it's
Yes.
being used as a template for reset.
Yes, but waves the sending stone. This doesn't quite make any sense.
There's a sending stone.
It is a sending stone that is linked to some dead dragonborn whose name I can't remember.
Samuel Dren.
Samuel Dren.
I barely met the guy, and I know him.
Yes, that's fine. He lured me into this situation. Actually, I should spitefully remember his name. Doesn't really matter. It's been 3 years, it feels like. Anyways, this should reach out and talk to him. Or it should be in the possession of somebody he knew, not a creepy cackling thing that is guaranteeing my doom here. So, something holds sway over this dimension, probably because it is a pocket realm. The creator of which also created the tomb we were from. I would say this is the last place we want to be exploring, because it would be the area he has the most control.
Hmm.
Also,
Sure.
just empirically more dangerous because we haven't killed everything above us yet.
Right.
We could just go back, go down to the 5th floor.
It's really the only thing I can think of, other than the crown.
I think this room, this instance, is entirely farcical until we have come across a challenge that we fail. And then perhaps we can attempt it again. The only other thing I think that would perhaps offer us any advantage would be to clear the maze room once again and try the sarcophagus at a different color.
We never did continue messing with the clock.
Yeah, we could continue messing with the clock, or we could. We also did want to remember to try to do something about your aging.
We could try that.
I think it's hoping for a little too much to hope that it reverses aging here.
Oh, I'm more of Brolin suggested restoration as an option.
Yeah.
How? So we can go check out 5th floor.
5th floor clock.
I still think there's something on the 4th floor, but I have no idea where or what. So that's useless.
That's your feet getting the better of you. Pay no attention to it. I am also certain there is something on the 4th floor, but there is nothing that is going to help us discover it unless the DM gives us an investigation roll to uncover something hidden. Our characters would be wily enough to find, but we as humans are not.
Yeah, you guys made a lot of character checks all around that place.
I still know there's something there. I just don't know what.
Do we want to do? Would we be able to do that with advantage then? Perhaps like Whiffle Spark and myself rolling, I guess, an investigation check or something to find a place we're not familiar with, or do you think that's too gamey?
I think the only problem behind it is I do know there have been quite a few investigation rolls, as they are on every level. You would have to describe to me what is different to have a roll happen. You'd have to describe to me what you are doing differently, whether that's going about it in a different way, looking in a specific area or a specific thing that you didn't look at before, using a tool or object or spell in a way you hadn't before. Something has to change. If I allow multiple rolls, it'll eventually just feel like let's keep rolling and see how many rolls we can get until we find a thing.
Did we ever investigate that mural where the people were like covering their ears? Do we know anything about that?
On the room with the lizard?
Yeah, because there was like a
That's the room
mural on
I'm
the
most
opposite
suspicious
wall,
of.
right? That's what I'm.
The person who looked around that room was, I believe, Whifflespark and Brolin, who had both gone down there first and had some rolls, and then more rolls going down there in general.
I would actually be interested to see the state of the statue the lizard was sleeping in, but
We would
didn't
have to
we
go past the
trigger-
gargoyles.
Yeah, they attack
Yeah.
if you leave the floor, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
we can go around them through the maze thing. With the
We
tomb.
also had a
With
hunch
the
of
crown.
like paying each one a coin as you or before you walk out based on the base color because it had like one per
Copper,
denomination.
platinum,
Yeah.
silver, gold. Yeah, yeah. They
Who's
each
to
have different
say
colors.
that function probably ensures safe passage down that tunnel? And if you proceed down it without paying tribute, they attack you on your way down or follow you into
You
the
mean
room
down to 5th?
down to 5th. Yeah.
Down to 5th.
Yeah. You could also go with if we don't want to deal with the gargoyles, we can go down there on this floor and just cut past the mirror room and cut through the crown rooms.
Yeah, there's a back
Cut out.
way. But who's
Yes.
to say they won't trigger from that too?
Well, then we're down a small tunnel and they can't swarm us.
Right next to a sphere of annihilation.
No,
Well,
it's not sphere of
I wasn't saying
annihilation.
in that room. I was saying where the lizard is.
Okay.
Of course, that could be a sphere of annihilation in this realm, for all we know.
It's true.
All right, let's put it to a vote then,
5th
or
floor?
let's not. Let's do that. Let's go check out where the lizard was. I don't. Nobody else has any
That seems like a good plan. Let's do that.
actionable ideas.
Yeah, because other than
Mirror
that,
realm,
I,
check out where the lizard was.
You
Yep,
go
that would've
around, yep, you go down and around the exact way which you came before, avoiding obstacles that you know to be dangerous. You open that door, you get through the small little maze area with the crown, and you get through the other door without any issues, making your way back down and into the screaming murals, people holding their ears chamber with the devil face and your lizard friend. There is no lizard friend. It is an empty cavity.
Makes sense because the yellow banner never made it here.
Does anything in this room look different than in the other room? I'll make an intelligence check if I need to.
Nothing looks different. Just
Okay.
Just looking. Yeah, nothing looks different.
If I were to suggest anything, it would be for someone to scream into its maw.
because of the
The murals
Yeah.
around it, or to get
One of-
inside the mouth because it is enterable, and then to scream out.
The one of the clues is the army sleeps in silence. So if we screamed, I feel
Maybe
like
wake up
there
the
might
army.
be an army.
yeah.
I mean, we could certainly prepare for that. We are trying to find that, so if we triggered it, we would be succeeding in one of our tasks.
Yeah, somebody scream into it.
Tried shouting into the mouth. Yeah.
Well, let's perhaps put somebody. Yes, let's try screaming into it first.
Yeah.
'cause don't want to get.
Who's screaming?
I will approach it. I will bend over so that my mouth is level with this gaping maw. First, can I make a perception to see if there's anything different about it from our previous observations?
Nothing is different. No.
Okay. I'm gonna breathe in.
Other than
and
your little boy's not here, but yeah, breathe in.
I'll breathe in and belt as loudly as I can. Fuck!
Yeah, you just echo into it, easily heard all the way down. Yeah, it echoes out and becomes quiet again. No effect.
All right. Well, the next is to get inside it and yell. Whifflespark, you're the most comfortable in that situation.
Okay, I crawl in and look around.
You crawl into, and it is, you all crawl into the maw. It is a, not perfectly, but a stone circular chamber, and it's just completely empty. Looking around, it's all stone. You haven't been in here before. If you want to make an investigation
sure.
check, you can. I would say just take your passive tells you this is just all stone.
Okay.
He was in here before though. He got in with the.
He
The
got in to
lizard.
look around, but the lizard was all up in here. He didn't get to like look every
Yeah,
which
he
way,
looked around. He didn't like it wasn't
feel
top
or
to bottom.
get all up in there.
Yeah.
Did you
Give him
want to?
advantage with this check? Like I can lean in and look around too.
There's nothing in there. You guys can look all the way throughout it. You put your hands on all the stone and everything. The only reason I'm saying don't roll is because if you crit, you're gonna expect something from me, and I'm gonna go no, and I don't want to have to do that to you. So yeah, it is a singular stone circular chamber. Do you want to scream in it?
I'll scream in it. Why not?
Yeah, you yell out any particular word, or you're just screaming.
No, just screaming.
Just screaming. You scream a couple of times, no effect.
What the fuck?
Seems
Well-
like a mundane stone statue on a wall.
I suppose we can chalk this stuff to thinking too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So all we have is potentially grabbing another key out of the maze, which is incredibly risky, and
Yeah.
trying to use that on the clock.
Yes.
Messing with the Sphere of Annihilation
Oh yeah.
and the crown, or going to floor 5. Those are the 3 things we know of.
I would say we should try the key in the maze, but we should do it in the realm we were already in.
Like go back in and see if there's more to glean. Yeah. Well, that would be
Yeah.
safer because we're not gonna get trampled by minotaurs. So
You guys are
Yes.
still on the other side.
Yeah, like to go back to our side.
backtrack all the way.
Sure.
Around the ring.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
around.
And where were you heading? Just to that room? To the
To the Minotaur,
to the Minotaur room?
map room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
Fine tooth comb. That's the name of our group.
I suppose we should put Whistle Spark in there again.
We
'cause
ain't
I'm
found
familiar
shit.
with it then.
Yeah,
Or
we
perhaps, what checks were you having to make?
Percentage?
Oh right.
Yeah,
I think it was just random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I would volunteer war personally, but
I can go in again if people are worried about it too.
I'm just thinking he would be the one to tank the most unfortunate circumstances.
Rage, man. It's a hell of a drug.
All right. Sorry, I had to.
And because it's like, you know,
Well,
He's-
Andy,
he's
yeah.
the maze boy. Like
Well-
if anybody's going in there, it would probably be him.
I'd be interested too if someone else was gonna try that new Iku.
Yeah, I do want to try. Brolin is very
mean,
tempted.
Oh, now he's tempted.
Because
Because I'm recommending somebody else do it. Alright?
all right, go. Fine. I don't care.
You
Was
would
it
be
Brolin?
that shallow, not a Brolin.
Oh. Iku, help me.
She can't. She's stuck in a maze.
I know she is.
You better go save her.
Aren't you the special wizard with all the answers? Why don't you do it?
Only
I'm-
thing, guys. He touches that maze. There are still bones left in these hallways.
Mhm.
So,
We're
Ah,
doing
it's
it
true.
again. I think we're doing another round. Just be prepared.
you think so?
I feel like it. Yeah.
Do these bones look like they could construct another Minotaur?
You said they were just piled with bones.
Make an intelligence check if you're like trying to see like the math of is there enough bones to construct another Minotaur.
I feel like Minotaur bones would be pretty easy to identify.
Sure, yeah, if you're like looking for like, but if there's like a math thing, like is there enough there to make it come
You said it intelligence saving throw?
something intelligence based
Or something intelligence based. Okay.
to do the math
No, that's
basically.
wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're,
can investigate.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah. Unfortunately, these are not great checks for me. That's okay though.
Hey.
17. the chambers themselves, probably not enough in there to like make more, but the bones strewn across the floor, for sure, outside of the ones that fell into the acid pit, could possibly reform if necromantic magic was involved.
Cool. So let's just sweep them all into the acid pit then.
Sure. Works
Yeah,
for me.
takes about a short rest to
Exactly.
get all of them out of all the chambers and everything, and out here and into the acid. Yeah, you can easily
Alright.
get it all in. Eventually, actually, if you give it some time, I think the hour they break down, and you can get them in.
Into the garbage.
It's easy enough to notice since Wifflespark was so interested before. It's about 5 feet of acid because the bones will pile up to a certain point before they finally burn away.
All right.
Dissolve.
So we did. So that was a short rest. If anybody needed to do anything for that.
It wasn't a short rest since everybody was
They just
doing
took
a
it working.
major
Yeah.
activity. It just took an hour.
We were working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only time you have a short rest is if you weren't doing anything particularly active.
All right then. Professor, do your thing.
Okay. I go jump,
No.
go touch
I'm gonna
the
stand on
torch
the-
again.
stand on
Okay.
the balcony.
You touch the torch and slip back into the maze. Wifflespark disappears before you. You see above you the sort of warped look to the ceiling, and you hear a whisper behind you and a bit of light. Oh, you're back already.
Well, we're checking for more keys.
So you didn't find the key that you were looking for.
Well, that was one of the keys we were looking for. I think there are more.
You would know better than I. Do you need my help?
Well, the lantern is very nice. And conversation is always acceptable.
Conversation is good. Let us go, Wifflespark, I believe it was. Let's see what we can find. Go ahead and roll roll 10 D100s for me.
10.
That'll constitute a minute. Oh my god.
Oh my god, 99
First fucking roll of the 99
Alright,
game, man.
you might, okay, alright. Jesus,
Kidding.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, you,
Lucky's
no,
normal
you can
life.
stop. You can stop. You can stop. Let me just find
Wiffle
something
Spark is the
here.
maze master.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right, yeah, you turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
The first corner.
You turn the first corner and immediately find a similar chamber to what you saw before. At its center is a pedestal, and hovering on that pedestal is a red crystal key. Iku turns and says, "I think you got this without me."
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as enjoyable.
I won't say no to the company. Says, but
Red
it seems as though it's going to be cut short.
Well, I'll be right back. I go grab the key,
I will wait for
toss
you.
the key to Victor, and jump
Wait,
back.
we don't need any more keys.
All right, you throw a key to Victor. You get you grab a red key. You want to go back in?
Yeah.
Do you want to use these same rolls?
Sure, why not?
The key to my heart.
Let's see. Okay. This one, as you are making your way through, you turn a corner, find a long passageway that you follow down with Iko at your side, and then you turn another. And the moment you do, you see, completely covering the frame of the new chamber opens up into a huge minotaur. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Wifflespark.
Okay. It's just a minotaur.
He didn't say an undead minotaur.
So yeah, let's get some initiative out here. You already rolled?
Yep.
All right. You get to act first if you'd like.
I say, have you seen any keys around?
It lifts its axe.
and then I shoot him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, he's right next to me.
He's right on top of you, yeah.
Then I pull out my magic mace. And I'm
Oh
gonna hit
my
him.
god.
You'll also
Oh,
notice
my.
Iku is nowhere to be seen. You're
That's fine.
covered by mist. Go ahead and shoot. That hits.
Shoot with a pick. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Boom! Takes away some of the flesh. Rips away. Do you have another?
And
Oh, is that?
second hit?
It's that. Oh, this is a melee.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Second hit. It immediately just crosses blades with you, and blocks the attack.
Oh boy.
Anything else on
Okay.
your turn?
I don't have any bonus actions that are useful at the moment.
Okay. It will lift its great axe up and swing it down onto you. And it will do so recklessly. A critical hit.
Oh.
It will slam down on you for 27 points of damage as it and just rips that blade right into your body. It's your turn. It recklessly struck, so you can make a move if you like. Go ahead and apply the 27 damage.
Yeah, I was doing the math real quick in my head. No more hits like that. That's a new rule.
There's always the run option.
And I will, as my bonus action, cast Branding Strike,
Okay.
and then I will hit him.
Strike.
Do we see like little battle miniatures in the maze?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
That hits for sure. It's at advantage. See if you get a crit.
Oh, goodbye.
Okay.
Nope.
So 7. You rip into it.
And then I'm gonna make my second attack.
You don't see him.
Damn it.
Also at advantage. 16 will hit. 13. Another hefty strike. It is bloodied.
Oh yeah.
On its turn, it
Oh,
will...
and
oh, yes.
I'm going to trigger my Branding Strike as well, or Branding Smite as well.
Oh, the extra 7? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Alright. You can take a opportunity attack as it moves away from you and then charges back to go for a gore with a charge.
Okay.
That hits. Very nice. You rip away at it for disengaging with you, and it will come back at you with a gore at advantage. It'll be an extra 2d8 and a DC 14 strength check if it hits. 17?
Does not hit.
Not hit. It's your move.
I hit him again.
It's looking ripped up. Yeah. That hits. And yeah, you rip into it. Second strike hits as well. More pain. It's barely clinging on as it will lift its great axe and strike down at you with advantage. Reckless. 21.
I shield.
You shield and block the strike. It's your turn.
And then I hit him again.
Yep, spend the spell slot. Advantage
Yeah.
still. Okay.
I just want to see if I crit him on the second one.
The first strike, I think, will be enough to slay him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave all that stuff there, though. Since you are still making your way through. Does anybody... if I come back out, is there anything happening outside, or do we want to continue with the adventures of Professor Whifflespark?
Now,
These are mere
Okay.
seconds, by the way. This is so far been
okay,
like 30
I need to know,
seconds.
did Victor confirm that
He
something's
can't.
going on?
He can't see. No, he can't find him.
Mm-mm.
Can
The maze is
can
ever
I-
turning. Sure.
Can I look?
You can make a check with disadvantage.
Okay. And this
Um,
is a perception check?
yeah, I'm gonna need new rules, Spark. They're starting to get lost.
New rolls.
Yeah,
Okay.
just at least one. We'll just do one at a time.
I'll do perception.
What the
Very
actual fuck?
What the hell, dude?
Yeah, you don't see anything, Brolin. It's an ever-shifting, ever-changing, very detailed maze that you can't quite find. The pieces are too small; they're always changing. You have no idea where Spark is in there. If he's invisible,
Yeah. Did he really roll a 99?
Again?
Right.
you find an empty pedestal.
Okay. I roll again then, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be any way out. You would notice after the Minotaur fight that Iku does seem to return to your side. You make your way down another passage and find nothing.
Find something that isn't a 99.
More empty passages and corridors.
Be taking a short rest while this is happening.
Yeah,
I
I play some cards
will
with
tell you
Roy.
guys right now. Each of these rolls is 6 seconds. He's only rolled like
okay.
10,
Yeah, no
so
problem,
these are
no
very, very, very minute moments. He will probably find
Okay,
something
okay.
before then, or die.
You're just spending.
Or die.
More empty
Yeah.
corridors.
He's taking a minute.
You
just
find
to
that-
On
find
the
what
red
he's
vent
doing.
duel again.
Find the same empty pedestal.
He's going in circles to 99.
Oh my god.
More empty
it?
chambers.
94.
94. You come across a pedestal that has a new glowing key at it. You see a green crystal key. And Iku says, "Oh, good. I'm starting to get worried there. You're usually a little faster at this."
Well, it was good hanging out with you again. This time we actually got some time.
How was your friend? Did you deal with him?
Oh, yes. That was nothing. I got a small scratch, and there's this large gash across my chest.
That does look like it hurts.
Yeah, little.
Well, here's a green
Probably
one.
not coming back in case there are more of his friends.
Ah,
Someone else might come in, though. We'll see.
well, perhaps I'll be here, perhaps I won't. If this is where we part ways, it has been lovely traveling with you, Professor.
Yes, it has been lovely traveling with you as well. And I grab the key and jump out and like,
Yep.
there are more than keys in that place.
He's got a big gash up his chest.
I see. I heal Professor Whipplesark. I cast a level 3 cure wounds.
Are we okay calling it at 10:30, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you get healed for 22 HP.
Now go ahead and spend the spell
That was
slot.
almost as much as I got hit for.
You have a
Wait,
green and red crystal key.
What the
Well,
hell
Victor has
happened
the red
to you?
one.
We
Victor is
have a bunch of keys. Now, what are we actually looking for?
I don't know. I was sent in to find keys, so I found keys.
I
and a
feel
Minotaur.
like. I
A
feel
small
like
Minotaur, though.
Go ahead.
the
Josh.
different colored keys were simply multiple chances for the sarcophagus.
I don't know. You can try to open the sarcophagus again.
But remember that it was changing color.
Is it? Well, you're holding a key. Does it look different now?
Is the sarcophagus changing? It was already open. We've already pulled everything out of it, right?
The sarcophagus looks open. You pulled everything out of it. It is been sort of thrown over. Whifflespark, after this sort of process, you do feel a little different, by the way. I have some things to give you.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
So, Wifflespark, when you're coming out, is it when you touch the keys?
Yeah, it's when I find keys.
You can write those down somewhere,
Oh.
Whifflespark.
Okay, I have a spot for the other ones.
If there were no keys left,
That is the worry. But
Yeah.
the thing was changing more than 3 colors, so I feel like I'm safe.
Yes, you saw 6 colors.
and I thought there were 10.
6. Black, blue,
Okay.
gold, green, purple, red.
We already used the gold one to open it.
Hmm.
I don't know if running the maze over and over is a good idea.
Oh, it hurts a little.
I feel like, well, aside from
Hurt you.
physical damage, I feel like it's a waste of time,
Possibly.
personally. I believe it's all tied to the same sarcophagus there.
There was a keyhole on the clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you picked it.
Oh, I go pull the gold key out of the top of the sarcophagus if possible.
Sure. You retrieve the
I'm
gold
try
key.
and slot a different one in just out of like curiosity.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
They fit.
They do fit. Door's already open, though. What point is a key when the door is open?
The only other thing I could think is the pendulum in the clock. That keyhole was protecting it.
Right. What was that again, Wifflespark?
Pendulum might be something special.
Do me a favor and don't look at the clock hands or the face. Or
Okay,
stand
I'm gonna
in
go
front
look
of
at the
it.
clock.
Yeah, sure.
God. he goes straight to stare at it.
Yeah.
Don't stand in front of it when the
he-
time hits an hour.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 36 minutes after the hour.
Okay. I am going to use the first one of the charms I got to check for treasure.
I'm just going to lean against the wall out here. You can.
Is there anything gem or gold related?
No gems or gold.
Well, what is the pendulum made out of? Just metal?
Yeah, if you wanted to get a look at it, it is, as I had described previously. Let me find it for you. Since it's sort of stuffed into here. There we go. Yes, it is an egg-shaped stone. So it looks just like a stone, pretty much. You know what? No. It would light up for you. It is described it as a stone, but it is in fact a jewel.
I cautiously remove the pendulum.
Yeah. You do so, and you have the jewel in your hand.
Ticking stops.
Stops ticking, right?
Which means maybe we disarmed the clock too.
You think of home, Wifflespark. You
Okay.
you remember it fondly, almost like you can smell it. Wherever that might be. Home, though far away, you feel as though you know the exact direction.
That's useful. Took
What's
apart the
useful?
pendulum. Oh, home is that way.
How useful.
Points in a direction. Alexandria, make a wisdom saving throw for me. You feel a tie to that gem stone that he pulled from the clock. You look at it, and it is quite beautiful, but you immediately looking at it feel as though it is something important, something sacred. Not by history's account, but for you.
Might I see the gem, Wifflespark?
Yeah, I hand him the gem.
Yeah. You hold on to the gem, and as you grab it, Alexandria, I think we see that visible point. You know where Harry Potter gets his first wand, and all the wind kind of blows up, and there's a little bit of light. That's kind of the situation as you hold this stone. It is. It almost instantly feels as though it's like attuned to you in this moment, like it was meant to be yours, and you get a very parental feeling to the stone, a comfort of a mother or father watching over you.
Aw, I love this stone. I'm going to figure out what makes you tick.
Eh,
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to identify it, of course.
Right,
it was a clock joke.
right.
Haha.
Pardon me in my old age.
Yeah, we
My
gotta
system-
deal.
My headset
we-
just died.
We gotta
Okay.
we gotta fix that when we get back to Port Nine Zaro.
My friend, I don't think that you can fix it.
Are you sure?
If a spell could just send away 10 years of your life, it would be a very powerful spell. A wish, perhaps.
Well, I know a guy who dabbles in magical items.
Alexandria, are you casting Identify on it?
I definitely will. It's a ritual, though.
It's fine. You have the time if you want to.
I will take that time.
It is a magical stone, but its uses are very surprisingly mundane. You know, it has a very unique quirk in that it's the person who's holding it, not even the person who's attuned to it, really, if you want to call it attuning. But whoever's holding it, regardless of how much time they've spent with it in the weave, will get a sense of the direction of their birthplace. You even feel that now, almost down to the exact area or exact point. You would also note that it is a spellcasting focus, usable much like a wand or a crystal ball or something of the kind. But other than that, that is its magical properties. That is what you learn.
How wondrous.
Doesn't Identify also give you like the creation of that thing?
Yeah, did you want to know the creation of it? Is that what it does?
Like,
I'm not entirely sure it does that. Let me look.
It's pretty powerful.
I know it. If it can be manipulated, I know the steps and how to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty mundane from what I've described. Properties, how to use them. If you learn whether spells are affecting it. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. It was enchanted to have this. You don't think this stone originally had that ability. The spell itself doesn't have a name I can give you, but it is a spell of... It's like a spell of like Keen Mind. Something of that kind. But it's very focused into like only giving the property of telling you which way is your home.
Well, Little Spark, I can't really say it serves much function other than what you felt when you had it, but if you do not mind, I would prefer to hang on to it.
Sure, why not?
it was confusing with legend lore.
Legend lore, yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
10 minutes left in our session. What else would you guys like to do or explore?
The only other thing we have on this floor that, besides the, I know there's something else, is the, we have a few things left in the mirror.
Oh, in the mirror. That's true.
It is true. We haven't murdered everything in the mirror yet.
Buzzing mosquito,
A drow that
drow.
we never released.
and didn't we have like some kind of monster thing?
Yeah, teethy boy.
One or two monster things.
And a mosquito.
By the
I would
way,
not feed a mosquito.
there is a point of order here that must be done. Level 8. Wiffle Spark, you get 700 XP.
Oh, nice.
For extracting the stone. Very
For
nice.
slaying the Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Oh, wait,
By
yeah.
himself.
That too. All right. Do I get experience for the 10 years that have passed in my life?
Just your body is aged, not your mind.
Wow.
Just your body, not your
My
mind.
life is worthless?
I'm saying that your mind stayed the same. Your body
Damn.
grew old.
Jesus Christ.
But Ed, he grew.
No.
I'm gaining on you, War. Eventually, I'll be the same level as you.
he grew. 10 years of age, level 20 wizard. Get ready.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I think the only other thing is the mirror on this floor and whatever other thing there is.
Other than that, it's down to 5, right? So,
Yeah.
Mirror of Annihilation 5.
yep, that's all that's left.
What will it be?
Well, if we want to just get this floor done with, we could do the crown.
I have a feeling if we do the crown, we shouldn't be anywhere near the crown when we grab the crown. But who knows?
So, like, mage hand around the corner is what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't trust the crown.
Should
Yeah,
we
you
try
guys
the
want to
crown?
try
Sure. Yeah.
that? Gather for me in one place. I'll make it easier for you.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I know. It's the only thing left, man.
That in the mirror.
All right. Copy and delete.
Now we're all
Alright.
dead.
Which angle did you want to come at? From the north or from the other side?
Let's go north. It's closer.
Okay.
More
that
ways to
crown.
run.
All right. You are all there.
Can't help but think that those hallways are just fatal funnels.
So, we know that the crown is here.
Yeah, you want to try to like mage hand with like sort of like the easiest way to do it in my mind, and I feel like this would come to any of yours, would be to stand near the crown, cast it, leave it where it is, walk away, and then order it to grab it, so you know exactly where it is.
Yeah, because you have to cast where you can see. Right.
Yep.
Could I not,
You could also use Sierra to guide the hand.
I was about to say,
Or have Sierra grab the crown. That's also an option.
Yeah.
it's true. I definitely could have her do that.
Yes, everyone outside of the room. Okay.
Nope.
120, right behind you.
Hold on.
I don't trust this room at all. It has doors that magically open.
Yeah.
Nothing good can happen from this room.
So how are we removing the crown? Mage hand, a familiar? What's the situation?
Yeah, let's...
Do we want to tie to each other or something as another precaution, perhaps?
feel like that won't be necessary, personally.
What are we doing with this crown?
Touching it.
I don't know, War, what did you want it for?
I want it to not see the light of day, but
Well, leaving it alone both has a possibility that that's true, and it has a possibility of it not being true.
I believe the reason for our current experimentation is to see if there's anything we missed.
Alright, how about this? I'm gonna put myself here. Somebody watch my body, and I will go into Fiera Vision. And
Both hands on your shoulders.
and I will have her fly over and land on the pedestal.
Okay, yeah.
As I'm watching through her eyes.
Absolutely.
And then once that's happened, I will have her nudge the crown.
beak it.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Like-
beak it.
Take her little claw and just like push it a quarter of an inch.
You're
b-
beaking it.
Brolin, as that happens, you're startled. The doorway that was opened by Whifflespark earlier seals.
Oh.
You are in the perspective of Fiera, correct? And the Echo has no perspective, correct?
Correct.
And you can hear and see through her?
That's actually a good
Well,
question.
we have 2 1 hit point objects in that room.
You can communicate. You can see through their eyes and hear what it hears.
Here's
So I
what it
definitely
hears.
heard. I heard the door close for sure. If it slammed shut.
Okay. You definitely hear that as touching it closes. The room begins to get dark. You start to see, even though it's pitch black now, it's a more of a magical, unnatural darkness that seems to creep up from the walls. Let me change the music here.
Do I have time to have her do something?
Yeah, what does she do?
I will have her pick up the crown
Okay.
in her claw, and then I will have her drop it in front of the door by Berlin.
Okay. Yeah.
And I guess at that point, is it magical darkness? Can she not see because she has night vision?
She is she's able to see. But yeah, well, actually let's roll initiative.
Okay.
To get this right.
Roll
I'll roll for her.
bird initiative.
I'll roll for you since I don't think you
Oh.
can see your token.
Well, no, I can do it from her stat sheet.
Yeah, do it from her stat sheet. That's not working.
Wait, that's intelligence, not initiative. I knew that. Actually, she doesn't have an initiative, so there you go. All right, you did it. Oh wait, nope, that's not her. I don't even know what that is.
I'll roll for her.
I got it. I'll take yours.
Okay. This makes sense. So this is different. Okay.
What does Bojack look like?
You don't get to see it much before she dies. Make a perception check with her at disadvantage.
Was this a bad time for me to say I was holding the D-summon action?
You might want to say that before.
Well, we'll have to resummon her. That's okay, though, right?
At disadvantage? It's
Like-
just a ritual.
Short rest thing.
If it's perception, she has advantage on.
Ah, so it's evened out at 11. Yeah, she does turn and see something horrifying. You see the form of, and let's see if I can get it to come to this layer. Okay. A horrifying ooze-like creature, but its surface isn't that of a shiny sort of gelatinous type. It's as if the very surface of its flesh is like rotted away, ashed, like actual like human flesh. It's just this horrible, like rotten amalgamation of just flesh. And you see this horrible form, and she just hears this, and she needs to make a Constitution saving throw, but on a failed save, she's still going to take more damage than she has. Just by seeing it.
Represent. Oh.
Alright.
Did her gender get changed again?
No. Warrior Echo dissipates as well. You feel that that
Defeat.
connection is gone.
And then we get half experience for defeating them by locking them in a room.
What is that? What
Um,
is that?
That's
And
Bojack.
What would you guys like to do now?
Alright, let's turn around and leave.
Okay, back out this way.
Does the door open?
No.
Can we
I'm
wait
gonna
a period of time to see if it does?
resummoning my echo.
You can, yeah. How long do you wait?
Well, I had to purposely open the door last time.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to do that right now.
Oh, I totally don't want to do that right now. But-
All right. I think I would personally wait half an hour.
Yeah. It's up to you. I believe the party would have other things to do during that time. But if you want to wait at the thing, let me know, and I will give you information by every 10 minutes.
We can
Sure. I'll
do a
just
short
roll it.
rest or something and
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll wait.
Do you guys want to take a official short rest here and get some hit die?
Might as well.
Okay. Alexander, that hour will conclude without the door opening.
All right. Could I also have used that time to resummon Fiera?
Yeah, you are not doing anything intensive. Absolutely, you can have her back.
I will pat her on the head and say, I am sorry for whatever that was. That was probably really scary. Here, I have a
Alright.
friend for you, and I put her in the statue mouth. of
No,
the-
no, and she's just kind of like, she's like, what's that?
No, friend.
Get him out! No, I didn't consent. No consent, please. This is my place, my space.
Oh, I turned the page a few times while we're sitting here, by the way.
No birds in my home.
No, listen, it's gonna be a good thing. Fiera, whenever he nods at you, turn the page.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's a very but this is a very grumpy little boy. No, come on! No! Get! And he's like starting to like snip.
Alright.
He's very upset.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
This is my home.
I was just trying to give you some company.
I'm perfectly fine being by myself.
6. That's all I need. So I don't even spend that hit dice.
Okay.
Did you see in there?
A swarming mass of flesh, and the room got incredibly dark, but not unnatural darkness. Fiera could see just fine. It reacted the second she nudged the crown. So it's been half an hour.
And it did not open. No.
What did we do to open the door? We mimicked its hand gesture.
Yeah.
Brolin, you're by the door.
Yeah.
Care to open it?
I open the door.
It opens.
It's open.
In the same, you make the hand gesture, and the door opens. Hey,
Is the crown in front of the door?
no, she didn't seem to get that far.
That's fair. She never got a turn.
Wiffle Spark, can you make a what is your passive in what's your passive perception, Wiffle Spark?
19.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
So my roll 20 is just all black now? I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure. You're not on here.
Oh, you're not even there. Did you delete yourself?
That's war.
Don't think so.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
I think he deleted the wrong one. There we go.
I was trying to move one.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't worry about it,
Gotcha.
Wiffle Spark. I just had a question
Okay.
for you. 7 perception. It opens. We are just past our time, but let's do 5 minutes and then we'll call it if there's any remaining actions we have.
So, do you
I'm
see
just
anything?
sit here leaning against the wall,
Roland,
waiting for them to decide what to
What?
do you see anything in there?
Nothing. I don't see it. I don't want to go in there now that I've heard what's in there.
do. It's only bad if you touch the crown, Brolin.
You know what?
Oh, my light's gone now. Oof.
Oh,
War,
we
can
know-
you back me up just in case?
I'll help you out, War, 1 second.
I could go in there, leave
Right,
my echo
do we-
outside.
Do we want to kill this thing, or what is the plan here?
Young Alexandria, she wants to kill it.
Well, the crown does appear to be guarded. So my original goal of it never being touched again seems accomplished. I do have a question. I was next to the void, and I could actually understand it saying we were gonna die or whatever.
Yes.
Was that the same voice?
It was saying the same things. It was not the same voice.
Okay.
Hmm.
Similar rhetoric, though.
Alternatively, I could make someone invisible.
I could as well.
To do what?
To go in and get the crown.
Well, it seems to trigger automatically instantly.
Right. So if someone was invisible,
How
would have-
fast was it?
it was pretty fast. But I was not expecting it, so I wonder how things would fare if you knew it was coming. But in lieu of it being quicker than you, the invisibility would probably help. If it can't see you, it certainly can't hurt you.
Is the crown within 30 feet of the door?
I mean, we were in there. It definitely was.
I might be able to get it out.
If you touch and swap, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
We aren't entirely... I am not entirely confident that the room is warded to prevent such teleportation, which is why I haven't suggested Dimension Door. So I would highly suggest having invisibility regardless.
Even if we did that, though, it would be that one person cut off
Mm-hmm.
if we did that. So if we couldn't do the teleportation stuff,
Then you would need as much time as possible to figure out how to escape, which is why invisibility would be helpful.
As
Or we leave it alone.
as we are coming down to our final minute, I will ask the final actions of everyone, ending with Wiffle Spark.
Yep.
Let's start with Alexandria at the top.
I mean, anything I'm doing is indicative of what other people want to do.
Then pass. I just want to see where you are as we leave you.
Yep, I'm chilling right where I
just
am.
chilling there. Victor.
He's looking into the void at that door, lost in thought. That's his last action.
Okay. War.
sitting right there at the edge, but nothing.
No. Okay. And Brolin.
I'm stepping in, looking around, and hopefully not getting attacked.
The room is silent. Wiffle Spark. You lean on the wall as you feel exasperated at the fact that you're sure something else must be here. As you lean on the wall, you motherfucker leaning right here, you put your hand in the mouth of one of the like screaming sort of hand over statues carved into the wall, and the jaw pulls down. And a door opens.
Are you kidding me? Next spot?
I was gonna do nothing until he literally said, "I lean on this wall," and I'm like,
He just
"Give
goes
me
like
another-
this.
give me another- give
And
me
he just like falls over because the door opens.
I was doing that because I was sort of tired.
I
Like,
know.
Physically me.
If it would have been anywhere else, I would have been like, okay, and said nothing. But I was just
Oh my
like,
God.
well, all right then.
We
A
failed
wave-
So many investigation checks.
A
then.
wave
Oh my
of
God.
heat hits you immediately, and I'll give you guys the description of this room that you're looking at, and we'll end it right there. I didn't think that it was gonna be right there. I'm like, fuck me. Okay, let me get it right here. Waves of heat blast out of this cramped cell. The walls are scribed with relief carvings showing volcanoes setting cities ablaze. Rows of tiny holes are bored into the floor and the 10-foot-high ceiling. A human skeleton embedded in the opposite wall holds an iron sconce with a single burning red candle in it. And that is where we will pick up next time.
What?
Good
Lord.
shit.
What the shit? All we had to do was lean on the wall.
That was the square to lean on for me to ask for another roll, and the roll was good, so
God.
I asked him for a secret roll. He rolled a 20.
Of course we did.
And I just wanted to see, because if it was nothing, I didn't want to make a big deal of it, and
Yeah.
he got it, so. Okay, that's where we're going to pick up next time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me this evening. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. We will catch you next time for more Tomb. Take care. Bye!
Bye.